But I have seen your set a few times because I don't know if you remember who I am with this mask on that I drew on.
The mask is really throwing me off. Usually you're wearing. If you had the costume on without the mask, and I would recognize you more often. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what you got to understand, Aaron. He's a piece of shit who needs like prop comedy to like make it.
I'm exasperating any avenue of which to try to be funny to the point where I just make shitty prop comedy like 5 minutes before we start the podcast.
You painted that yourself?
No, I got a artist to come in and do this for me for $50.
And I was gonna say it's very symmetrical. Good job, fucko.
Yeah. What kindergarten teacher did you abscond with to get that on?
I don't know. Is there a specific one?
I don't know.
That's fucking me up. I'm trying to think of
Miss Jones.
The only kindergarten the only kindergarten teacher I can think of right now is Arnold for some reason. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold.
It's a tumor.
I am Arnold. Let me make your mask. It'll be beautiful.
He had a tumor, and then like you were in the fucking, or you had the tumor, and you were laid up in the hospital, and he came and painted your face.
Oh Lord!
It is a tumor.
It's a tumor. Oh look, it's a. Oh, I'm making mask on tumor. This is bad.
That was getting a little Russian there. That was good.
Yeah, that was a little Vladimirisk.
Well, you can do all kinds of voices eventually.
Let me put on my. There we go. I look like there we go. Like I'm cool or something. Nah. We'll put it
So
up here.
we can do or unless you want, do you want to do that on the podcast too, where you talk about like where you're from and what you're doing, where you're at right now, Tom, or you want? Well, it doesn't
Sure,
matter.
we can do whatever you want. Yeah, I
bring
can
it up
do
again.
that. I just don't want to go into the details. That's all.
Right. So
Certain details.
yeah, then we're not going to go on we won't do it on the podcast. Tom and me met in Germany.
Okay.
I went to an open mic in Germany. It was in English. I was surprised they even had one there.
You're not the only one. You're not the only one.
and to my surprise, there was actually a pretty nice English comedy following in Germany because they have an international school there. So, you know, in the language that most people communicate in, because they're from Russia, from all over the place, is English. So that's where I met Tom. And Tom currently is in Mexico.
Ooh.
He
hiding from somebody, are you?
Yeah, the banking cabal.
I gotcha. Well, I happen to work for the Bank of America. I'm turning you in, man.
Yeah, that's okay.
Wells Fargo Security.
Oh my God, you are the devil.
I'm kidding.
See, shit, we should have had this in there. But
so exactly, just talk, man.
He's in Mexico now, and obviously I'm an American now.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I didn't start doing stand up again till Saliba. I was talking to him a lot, and he said that there's an open mic there at Gratian Pub.
Funny fucker, funny guy.
Yeah, I hadn't done stand up in like 5 years. Well, I did it one time randomly, but it didn't count because it was just more of like me flexing to my friends. Like, oh yeah, I did stand up. Watch this.
With he's flexing with his man tits, dude. Had to be horrendous.
Oh, you're not Bert Kreischer at all. Put the shirt back on.
I need some hair to cover it up. That was one of my jokes, wasn't it?
Dirt Kreischer.
Isn't that what I said? If you're fat, you have to be hairy. Otherwise, it's just like a nightmare.
Right.
And I look like a
trying too hard,
like a microwaved hot dog. Yeah. Well,
are we recording, you cunt?
We're recording, but we're not live yet. So.
Oh, we are recording.
Yeah, but we're not live yet. We're not live yet, though.
He's a sneaky fuck, man. You got to watch him, Aaron. He's a sneaky guy.
Because I'm looking at Zoom, it doesn't say recording, so I deal with Zoom all day long. So I'm like, what is you recording on?
I have OB. What is it called?
OBS.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do I. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yes. So what you don't see is I've got my logo on there already. I got this. I had a friend. I asked him. I said, "Could you make like a rotating GIF type thing for the show?" And I paid him for it. And he's like this graphics guy, and all he could come up with was the initials of the show, PokeyTalkTime, made out of dicks.
Dear Lord.
So I have to use it now, but
I think
it's kind of ridiculous.
it's very fitting. Oh, there. I don't know what that was because I can't do that. I can't even do that.
So you have actual special effects and everything on your side, like
I have OBS too, and that's my Freddy the F-bomb for my game show. There you go.
You have a game show?
Yeah, I have a comedian game show.
All right.
Yeah, that's cool.
Was it like with general knowledge, or is it just about comics? Or
No, it's about you doing comedy and seeing if you can actually make it through the mysterious judge and being Joker Ace. Three comedians do 5-minute sets,
Mhm.
and then Joker Ace is whoever the mysterious comedian judge picks. Kinda like
who's the
top.
best? Who do you
Yeah,
think
the
was
best.
going to? All right.
Yeah.
So it's
And I'm-
completely subjective, man.
It can be, but there's like guidelines. It's like be funny, because I've had people on there like I had one guy on there,
Preaching.
to 2 jokes in the whole 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a little slow. No one's paying attention.
It depends. It depends on which. I mean,
They were the oldest
it's
jokes in the
5,
joke book.
oh yeah, okay. If it's 5, if you only have a 5, you got to kind of rapid fire it a little bit. But
what's the expression for that? The juice has to be worth the squeeze or something. Like if you do a 2-minute joke that takes you 2 minutes to fucking get to the punchline,
it better be
better
good.
fucking explode the entire place.
Yeah, no. There was no explosion of anything except why did he get on?
That one fucking blood vessel in the brain exploded when you heard it, and you had a small aneurysm where you just twitched for a second. You're like, oh, that's odd. That's not normal.
No kidding. It was kind of sad that night. It was like, wow. I'm like, oh gosh.
Are you sitting, Aaron, or are you standing?
I'm standing.
We have a shitty back or something?
I draw construction models for a living, prints, and so been doing it for 31 years. For the last 10, I've been standing up because they say sitting down for too long is like smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. And I just
so you'd rather smoke and stand up. I got you.
Yeah, there you go. This is basically my little studio down here in the basement is also where I work. I work remotely, so I don't have to go driving anywhere.
Shit, you guys need to come to Mexico, man, and live like kings down here, dude.
I imagine. So like you got like you took $10,000 and retired.
A little more than that, but sure.
Yeah, it's every time he talks about the whole situation, I'm like, fuck. I could work remotely.
You can still do it, dude. You can still do it. You just have to go, and you have to make a certain amount of money a year. You go to the Mexican embassy in Detroit or wherever the hell you guys are, and just be like, hey, how do I do this? I want to take my family down there. And I'm down here in the Yucatan, baby. I'm down here in the subtropical side of the Yucatan. And it's fucking hot. Everything wants to bite you. Not the Mexicans, by the way. I'm talking like, but like there's spiders and scorpions and snakes and fucking ants that will, dude, you just take a walk in the yard barefooted and the ants will light your ass up.
So you name 3 things I can't convince my wife to move to Mexico for. Scorpions, spiders, snakes.
Well, there's a 2-syllable word to fix that, Aaron. It's called divorce.
Took too long to get her. I'm not going to go divorce.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're like me.
Yeah,
you're
I was
like
gonna
me.
say.
Yeah.
I thought there was that one weird Mexican dude on the street that tried to bite you, Tom. You don't want to talk about that, or?
No.
Was he dressed up like a
Mexican
crunchy taco? I mean,
they don't even have those here. There's no such thing as crunchy tacos in Mexico.
The locals call him the human chupacabra or whatever.
Chupacabra.
I don't know how to say it right, so I
Chupacabra.
El chupacabra.
Chupacabra.
I'm working on it. I'm working on that R. I could do the German R, which is way back here, and the American R, which is in the middle. But that Spanish R, dude.
No way. I can't do the Spanish R. I can't roll an R like
hard.
that.
So hard.
Rodriguez, that's as close you're gonna get.
Imagine getting a blowjob from a chick who just says dog the whole time. Just keeps rolling on your balls.
Then it came over in about 10 seconds is all that is. Okay.
Dog.
No, every time I see a dog, I pre-cum starts oozing out, which Tom doesn't know. by the way.
Well, now we've hit the bestiality portion of the show.
Well,
We're gonna get there eventually, Aaron.
it's not the dog itself. It's just like one of those subliminal signals that kind of, trigger things in your body without you realizing. You're like, what's going on with my body?
Jeez.
Right? Tom didn't know about pre-cum, by the way, in one of the episodes. He didn't know what it was.
You knew that too? You know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, dude.
I live with
How
it.
old are you? And what school did you go to?
I went to American
exactly
public
what
school.
I told
American
him,
public
I said,
school. So
the school
deal with
system failed you. You don't know what pre-cum is.
it. They just hammered home AIDS. That's what they say. AIDS. I was like, condom.
AIDS. So you grew up in the 80s. That's where you grew up.
I was born in 1980.
Oh, well, okay. You were just barely 80s child.
Yeah, I was on the tail end. Like I remember Magic Johnson getting AIDS, and then like being pretty happy about that. Well, why not? Hey, he lived his life, right? Look, dude, if you go out and get AIDS and why do you think, the really lame Magic Johnson joke, but like he was fucking everything moving.
Oh,
he
yeah,
got AIDS. He lived his life. He's still alive. What's the big fucking deal? He's like a billionaire now.
Well, yeah, because they tried every, experimental drug on him. They're like, hey, let's try this one and all the other 200 ones together. We'll kill it one way or the other, and maybe we'll just replace your organs with robot parts.
Yeah, he's got something going on.
When we get into that part of the podcast,
I am Magic Johnson.
There's a humans being replaced by robot parts section of this segment of the podcast. I don't know.
Ooh,
wow! I knew a topic already.
Man,
damn, that's
fucking.
I don't remember.
Sees the future.
I made these topics like not a month ago, a week ago, and I don't know if I told you in the thing. Most of the time, I don't read them all the way through. I just see something. I'm like, okay, that might be something. I throw it in there.
Right, which is good, actually.
Yeah, I try to make it as like improvised as possible when we do it. And then we watch some TikTok videos at the end, which most of the ones I pick are things that make me feel like society's collapsing just by watching it.
Make you feel, or you're really knowledgeable of the fact that it is actually happening?
I would think after a few TikTok videos, you would just say the end is near. You just walk around the, Detroit with the sign, the end is near.
The end is nigh.
Yeah, you got to compete. You got to compete with another guy who's holding up a sign. He's like, "This is my corner, bitch. Get out of here."
Pretty much.
There's so many people that are like,
just duct tape a fucking ball peen hammer on the top of your sign and wham, wham.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Go fund me for the end of the year.
We're at 11 o'clock. I think I'm going to start the actual stream.
We're at
And
10 where I am, baby. We're at 10.
I just looked. I don't have even that many TikTok videos, so we'll just watch random ones while we're doing
Fuck
it. I have
yeah,
three
dude.
of them.
There you go.
Three of them, but they must be good. So we're starting the stream. Let's see, what am I doing? Also, I'm not the very best organized person, and like I start breaking everything down.
See, Aaron, he's good enough to draw it on his face, but to actually produce the show, yeah, but
Production, man, production.
I said I need to find somebody that'll just do this all for me, like Joe Rogan has.
There's got to be so many like El Salvadorians or something that'll help you out, dude.
Yeah.
They would, dude. They would fucking. They make what's the pay down here? $8 a day. That's what the pay is here.
Tom's
$8 a day.
dancing right now, Tom.
I can't hear it. Fucko.
Oh, I didn't share the sound.
No, we don't hear shit.
God damn it! I don't
He's
know why
awesome.
the button
Isn't he the best?
I don't know why this.
By the
button
way,
isn't automatic
share
on there.
audio, and then
There we go. Now it's gonna.
Jesus, look
So
at your
much
fucking
porn.
screen, dude.
look at all the porn on the screen. What's going
What's this
on?
What was it? Put it in my butt? What the fuck is that? Damn. See,
Hey, this
can't
is
hear the
Pokey Talk Time. Fuck you. It's Pokey Talk Time, episode 20. This many. We made it this far, Tom. Can
20.
you believe it? Oh my god.
We made 20 episodes of this shit.
This is 20 episodes. I think it's
Oh my
21
God, we're-
actually. And I fucked up the count, and I'm just gonna leave it.
Just leave it that way.
Episode 20 with Aaron.
Howdy,
Hi.
howdy.
How are you, man?
Doing all right. How
I
you
don't-
doing?
I don't know you very well, but I thought it'd be fun to have you on, and I noticed before I even asked you, like I saw that you had done something, with podcast type, stuff online, Zoom. I was like, hey, maybe that'll work out.
No.
And I'm trying to make this as awkward as possible right now.
Well, it's awkward as possible as I'm looking at a hairless chest man with like a mask and like some kind of icon on his chest. What superhero are you trying to be?
I'm Bondage Man. I was actually
Fucking
at a
douche-tron.
Well,
Douche-tron. That's what he is.
Douche-tron. Bondage Man, I think someone said the safe word and ran away.
Yeah. When they seen it from a distance, they said, "What the fuck?" And that was the safe word.
Out. Bye.
All I want to know is, what are your pronouns there, Bondage Man?
my pronouns.
It's
Yes. No. Yes. Which
Yeah, it like the movie It.
it's
So what's going on Saturday?
Saturday. It's like the 10th anniversary of me and my wife meeting for the first time.
awesome.
Oh wow,
so-
awesome.
I'm doing this before all that happens too. Got some other birthday stuff going on, so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna try to fit everything in all at once.
There you go.
Are you
How old are you,
are you
Aaron? You're
sober?
looking a little spry there. How old are you looking?
Spry?
Spring
I'm
chicken.
gonna get you over here.
Get
I'm 51, so get off my
51.
lawn. Yeah, get off
Woo.
my lawn.
off my lawn.
I
White man.
wouldn't say 50. I wouldn't have guessed 51. I would have guessed like 50.
Oh well, thank you. That extra one doesn't. Hold on, Chris, I found something on the floor here. Hold on, that's what it is.
It must have fell
I
out
was
of
thinking
my
like
ass.
40. I was thinking 47ish. 47ish.
Well, I
fell out
like
of
the
his ass.
47. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, hey, I mean, I don't understand people who say that too. Like when you guess their age young, you're like, thank you. Like
Yeah.
because like somehow you're tricking yourself to thinking that you're gonna die later, but you're not.
Right.
So
you're
you're just gonna die looking younger.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I didn't get blessed with Ryan Seacrest or Dick Clark genes, so I know for a fact I will never look that young.
I always thought like I got into this scam and I was buying it online for like $50 a pop. I thought that if you just rubbed the DNA on you, that it would like integrate itself into your.
What DNA were you rubbing into yourself? And was it white?
It was brown. It was mine.
That was. Yours is like
Wow.
I
That
sniffed it,
wasn't
I'm
a
like,
mud pack. I was going somewhere else with that, but that wasn't a mud pack.
No, it's from the front, but Mexican
Oh.
food is a motherfucker.
Oh dear Lord.
it's a urinary tract infection.
Contact your doctor immediately.
Nah, he's gonna say, "Está bien, señor."
That'll be 5 pesos. Go.
Yeah, 5 pesos. Yeah,
What,
that's about right.
what did that mean? Does it mean it's spicy? Is that what he said? I just
Yeah, it's a little-
imagine
it's
they
a little
talk about
fucked up.
spicy stuff.
Yeah, I'm getting older, and like there's a lot of sun hitting my sack. Browning the boys up a little bit. It's a little gummy, little thicker than it used to be. It's
Mhm.
really good to sew, and you bought it like an idiot, so
Remember we watched that one video where those guys were like they were sunning their assholes? Remember?
Yeah,
that
so I
video?
remember. Yeah,
There were
That's
these
where the sun
dudes-
shouldn't shine. Fuck that.
There was these group of dudes that felt like they were energizing. They were saying they were energizing themselves. They like in the morning they would go walk out naked and stand in the sun, and then they would lift their legs up and let the
Right.
sun literally shine directly on their asshole. And they said it was energizing. And then if we read the rest of the article, it was like saying, please don't do this. You can get like cancer and shit. Like,
Ass cancer from getting a sunburn on your asshole. There you go.
exactly.
makes me wonder if they have like an erection, if they have like a scope on it, so they can look through their dick and like line it up with the sun.
God. Yeah.
It'd be like, yeah, I got it.
Rifle sights on their dick. Oh, wait, it's off
Right.
the side one way. I can't
And if
get
you
it
have, like,
lined up.
If you have like a curvy dick, you get like kicked out of the military.
Jesus. Oh, you're talking about guys getting sun on their assholes. You remember the one thing that was happening in the mid 2000s where guys or kids were running around like the gas stations and using the air compressors, float up their ass.
No,
I
Yeah.
actually did
And-
that when I was younger, like an idiot. So
Figures.
I didn't blow up my stuff, by the way, but
Mhm.
I just did a quick one real quick. I just pulled the trigger real quick, and it went inside my stomach, and then I immediately had to take a shit, and I was like running for my friend's bathroom.
Little known fact about Chris now, he apparently blew air up his ass. That's why I don't talk to politicians, because I don't need that much hot air up my ass either.
I've known him like
Yeah.
6-7 years, and that's a new one. But dude, you never know with him. He'd be
Oh,
like, "Yeah, I
man.
remember this time I finger banged a zebra." And you'd be like, "Yeah, I was at the zoo," and it's just like, and it's like real. You're
It
like, what
happened
the fuck happened?
naturally. It happened. If it happens naturally, just go with it. I mean, you don't
Naturally,
think-
you naturally walked to a gas station or drove or whatever.
Yeah.
It was very natural.
You were just naturally completely high and naturally just put 25 cents into the air station and just decided to blow up your ass. I need 35 psi stat.
Gotta check the air
35
pressure.
PSI.
Gotta check the air pressure on my asshole.
Did your fucking balls blow up like 2 plums or something?
No,
Wonder
it was an innocent like kid thing. He had his air
Mm.
compressor
Sure.
there. He was like filling up. I think he was filling up a basketball, and we're all like, we're kids. And I saw the air compressor. I'm like, my stupid little head was like, squirt air up your ass, and I'm like,
You probably did this last.
"Ah!"
Wasn't innocent. You did this last week.
Yeah, I was
Was
gonna say.
Ooh, Dad, doesn't
And then-
it feel good?
And then now he's kicked out of the YMCA. He is not.
The YMCA. Did you see his whale ass in the YMCA?
No.
Looks like someone threw pig guts in the pool.
It is. I got a call on my voicemail. It's like, hi, Mr. Barrett. We thank you for volunteering here at the YMCA, but unfortunately, we would not like you to ever come back. In fact, if you come back, we're gonna have to call the police.
And could you return that air needle that you took with you?
Soon as it comes out, I'll bring it back. Okay.
Never mind. We don't need that shit.
I think it's lodged sideways at the moment.
Ow.
I'll eat some fucking mini wheats and get it out.
How
Damn.
did we get to this point already? It's
Don't worry
happened so
about it.
fast
Well-
on this thing.
What, things in your asshole?
Well, you talked about sunburning your asshole, so there we go.
Oh
That's-
yeah, I forgot. But it happens. As
A
you'll
lot of
see.
things remind him of his asshole.
Well, I drove in traffic. My ass is sore. By the way,
I see deflated fucking basketball on the ground. I'm like, my asshole. All blown out. All those
all blown out. It's got stripes on it, huh? Wow, that's
It's
not
got-
looking good.
I've got like a labia minora coming out of my asshole because all the
Oh my
hemorrhoids
God.
that are deflated, it's just
Oh my
skin
God.
flapping down.
Oh Lord,
Looks like fucking Guado coming out of his fucking asshole.
I'm glad I ate
Open your
breakfast earlier. That's
mind.
all. Jeez.
Open your mind, Quaid.
Close your mind, Quaid. Lock it up and
Close your mind.
light it on fire because obviously it's condemned.
So, Mr. Aaron, how long have you been doing stand-up, my good friend?
See, carry the one. Since the right before the pandemic was going on, I did like a class a few years before that, and then online and in person about 2.5 years now.
Oh, okay, a new guy.
Yeah, I'm a new
Well,
guy.
The funny thing is that because of the pandemic, I haven't been able to do any stand-up since the last one was up is 2 years ago.
Oh yeah.
About 2 years ago, yeah. But before that, 6 years.
Mm.
6 years. Yeah, I got a half hour lined up for Germany, but now I got to revamp everything.
Well, it's
So, yeah.
what's funny is we put so much like emphasis on how long people have done it, but I mean, how
True.
many times have you seen, Tom? Like we've met people that are, I've only been doing it for this long, and they're fucking,
and fucking
hilarious.
killers. Yeah, man.
When you talk to somebody else, look at
Not
Comedy Butt.
not any
Look at
not
Comedy
any
Butt.
women. Not any women, by the way.
Oh, jeez. Damn.
We got to get into misogyny so
Called
early in the podcast.
It's a joke. I mean, I'm joking here.
Jeez.
Look at Comedy Butt. That dude, Comedy Butt. There's this guy. I don't know if we want to go.
That's his last name, by the way, Butts,
Butt?
because
Yes.
because he's what, Pakistani? The fuck
think
is he?
so.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Right, and
that's a normal like last name out there. It's kind of like Smith.
yeah.
Oh.
For real.
He's been
For real.
but he's been doing comedy longer than me, I think, and just as long as you, or maybe longer.
Yeah.
And he just hasn't made much traction. So, to me,
It's
like,
I wonder why. I wonder why. Anybody? You have any fucking ideas why?
well, we're gonna have to, I guess, show him.
You're not
on
gonna
here.
malign. You're not gonna malign yourself. I got you. All right.
I guess we're gonna have to actually show him on here because
Comedy butt, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
He doesn't do it in English though, so I think Aaron's gonna be a little out of.
Oh well,
he
then
does
I'm
it-
totally yeah. The only
It's
other
it's all in German, but trust me, it's don't worry about it. If we're not laughing, there's a good reason, and if you don't understand, it's about the same. If you
Well, I mean, we don't. I guess we don't have to. I could just show a picture of him, and that'll probably sum it up.
Yeah, but-
jeez.
I'll
Here's a
take it
picture
from
of him.
the
Do
website.
you get an idea of what he's doing?
think of Marge Simpson with a trans change, but also Pakistani, but a real person.
He does have.
You'll see when
Okay,
it makes no
okay.
sense. It makes no sense, but when you see the picture, you'd be like, "Damn, dude, that was spot on."
He does have like 3,000 followers, so I don't know how.
Whoa, what's he
whatever.
doing to get those 3,000 followers?
what-
Are they
yeah.
all bots? I'm sure they're bots.
Right.
Yeah.
It could be.
All right, ready? You got a picture? All right, brace yourself.
Am I sharing the fucking sound this time?
Probably not.
It is sharing sound. Good.
All right,
That's what fucks
Turn
me up.
there you go.
You do it one time and it.
Oha, hoffe es geht dir gut, Amigo und Amiga. Kurze Frage, ja, ich habe nur versucht, so ein bisschen zu reimen. Also, auf jeden Fall, die Episode von heute mit noch ein Woch erscheint leider erstmal nicht, weil, hier kommt was ganz Lustiges,
That's his logo.
mein Stativ ist kaputt.
Wow.
So the logo, part of the logo that always, this is creepy as fuck. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. His fucking smiley face is not like a real, like, I'm having a good time, happy smiley face. This is like
Yeah, if there was an X
just-
between the eyes, that would be more. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? If there was an X between the eyes, it would make more sense.
and if he's saying something funny, I'm pretty sure it's just he was laughing at his own joke.
Mhm.
That's always,
His
just-
big joke was because I mean he's playing off of a stereotype, but it's not us, it's him.
Wow.
He would come out on, he used to have bigger beard, bigger hair, and he would come out on stage and like just stand there and just like look at the crowd just for like, I don't know, 20 seconds, and then he would just look at him and say, "I come in peace," and that would be his biggest joke. And then after that,
it
all
just fell
downhill
down.
from there.
Wow,
All
that's
downhill
awesome.
from there. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's not joke telling. That's just like I have one thing. Okay, 20 seconds out of 5 minutes. That's great.
Yeah.
That's the other
Rob
thing. Like,
Schneider.
that's the other thing I noticed around here though. There are some stereotypical stuff that people do too, but that's fine.
Really?
I forgot. I'm preaching to the choir here, right? So
Yeah.
I thought this was interesting. So we're not always looking at funny stuff on here, but
to a hotel room of a director. There's a famous director, and I didn't think anything weird by it because it never happened to me. And so
so you know it's creepy already because it's got the creepy music.
New music, yeah.
I went, and he was in his robe. I still didn't think it was weird. Well, he probably just came out of the shower or whatever. And then he asked me to do, to do the scene and then crawl on my belly around it. And it got to a weird place. And I just, when this stuff started coming out with Harvey Weinstein, I did remember that feeling of disgust and humiliation. I didn't because he's passed away. And I feel like if he can't defend himself, I feel weird about, saying his name. But he was a famous director who worked with, he did big movies, and so. But I remember that humiliation, and I didn't tell anybody. Actor, yeah.
So he got me too, I guess, too. So
Oh, so he's talking about Alfred Hitchcock.
who
That's a
knew a
little
guy
weird.
with that last name would fucking
Who the
be-
fuck is who's a famous director who's died?
And that was on Larry
Kubrick,
King, and
maybe?
Larry King's dead. So
Kubrick.
Yeah,
Kubrick,
Larry
well, that
King's
wouldn't
dead.
surprise me.
But he was great. I love Kubrick movies, man. I loved
I watched the last one he did, and I wanted my money back.
Which one did he? Which one was the last one?
Eyes Wide Shut.
Eyes Wide Shut.
I love that movie.
Oh,
And
well, I
the
guess
scene, the scene with the fucking people dressed up like peacocks, dude. That was the shit.
I was expecting more, and then Nicole Kidman ends the whole movie with like, "Let's fuck," and it's like, what did I just
What's wrong
watch?
with that? What's wrong with that?
I don't know. I was just
Pussy-
kind of
a red hair pussy smells like a carrot, probably.
I
Be
probably I don't know, but it was disappointing. The whole movie just threw me off. I was like, this is not exactly what I was aiming. I was like, what? It was just too. It was way over my head at the time. So maybe I appreciate it more. But there's only
I liked it. I liked
Yeah.
it.
Isn't
It
it?
was weird.
Wasn't he supposed to like be like talking about like elites and their parties and shit? Like he was like
Yes.
semi-exposing that shit or something. I've
Yeah,
never
I
watched
guess
it
so.
either. I just saw
It's good.
Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman like at a fancy party. I'm like, I don't think this is my jam.
dressed like that. No, I wouldn't think so either.
Actually, you'd
Especially
fit right
Tom
in, dude.
Cruise.
You'd fit right in. Going with your death
Yeah,
mask.
I'm like
With your
I'm like
fucking
the
death
final
mask.
boss that comes out like, who's ready to fuck?
Tom Cruise throws his little hand up in the air.
He's like, yeah, with his fucking tooth in the middle. I don't know why nobody ever talks about. His one tooth. It's not like two teeth here. It's like one tooth in the fucking middle, like exactly the middle of his face. He's got
Who,
one
Tom
tooth
Cruise?
there. Yeah, fucking look at it. He's got. Let's fucking.
Yo,
let's
go find a Tom Cruise picture. Now we're all curious. I don't remember. I think that's that extra Scientology tooth you grow when you become part of the cult.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
It's like
he's got
you
one
turn into like
fucking
you
tooth
turn
in
into a
the
fucking shark and start growing rows of teeth in your fucking head.
Travolta, Cruise. I think you go check the teeth count. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that's how that works.
But pull up the dental records, Barrett. Let's go.
I'm telling you. Oh, I found one that shows it perfectly. All right, let's. Share
Now you
this
got me all
screen.
curious.
All right.
Dude, who's
Tom
basically
Cruise.
you know you're a little gay if you're looking dude. It's a little
What is
bigger than the
with
rest of them
that
too.
tooth?
Look,
That's a fake tooth. That's not even teeth. Okay, back it up.
But his
Those are
nose
not
is-
his. That's not his real teeth. He's got no teeth. Those
His
are
nose
set
is pointing
dentures,
at it.
man.
His nose is pointing at it in a way too. Like look at this. It's like an arrow.
look at this tooth.
I think that's a whole fake set of teeth. He got taken on a like $200 pair of dentures.
And some chiclets.
Yeah, I got chiclets.
Hello.
But that
That's
one
his
tooth, look at
tooth.
it. The gum's way too high. We might want to call his dentist and say he's got gum disease, gingivitis. We'll save his life.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise. Anyway, I don't know why that bothered me so much about him, but
Because
Yeah,
it
I
scraped
still-
against your dick when he was blowing it.
it's like, Tom, could you take the dentures out, please? Come on, nobody. You're like, we're private right now.
Colin Travolta. Colin
I
Travolta.
promise I'll never tell you. I'll never tell on anybody.
Yeah,
I think it was the other way around. I think you were blowing Tom Cruise.
yeah, probably. And then
Seriously,
John Travolta was just watching in the corner, going slower.
come on, baby, slower. I don't know how to. I
They're,
can't do a
they're
Tom
gassing up the
Cruise.
jet. They're
Come
gassing
on,
up the jet.
guys, slower. Isn't that Tom Cruise or John Travolta?
Yeah.
What was I gonna say about? What was I gonna say about just now? Yeah,
Don't
you couldn't
know.
even give me the courtesy of saying that me and Tom Cruise were 69ing and it was equal. You have to go with it right there and be like, no, you were blowing Tom Cruise. Like, come on.
Tom Cruise is like what 5'6", and what are you 5'8"?
5'9".
No, I think Tom
5'9".
Cruise is like 5.
So you were like you were on the top. It's very aggressive.
Oh my gosh.
Mission Impossible, yo.
Mission Impossible. Yeah, that's exactly. I can't find it. Where
Like,
is
I
it?
was-
But
I was
Position
fucking his hair,
Impossible.
like basically fucking his hair. Like,
Oh, God.
he's like, hey, Chris, man. I can't do a Tom Cruise impression either. Hey, Chris, man, you're getting it all in my hair. I gotta go on stage later. Not on stage. I I got a movie.
No,
Anyway, it doesn't.
you-
Okay.
You showed me love when I wasn't
I was
feeling
surprised.
it.
The only reason why I had this on here is because I was looking at meth the whole time. I'm like,
You helped me
this
fight
video is
when
basically
I
telling you
was
should do meth
giving in.
because it's the safest one.
It stays under fentanyl and
Look
heroin.
at that! Look at that! It's better than even antidepressants. It's like you're depressed, do some meth. It's the safest thing out there.
Benzos are going up, man.
Oh, there he goes.
Meth
Here
does
we
go up.
go.
And then fentanyl's like, I'm taking a shit.
Oh, it's gone. Oh, it's gone.
Now meth.
And
surpassed
antidepressants just went down.
Right. So there was a period of time when it was safer to do meth than antidepressants. So that's kind of
That's an interesting factoid.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen a meth head in one of the places I eat at recently. She was out with her personal Jesus. Swear to gosh, getting chicken wings, and she looked like I don't know, she was cracked out, methed out. I'm not quite sure, but Jesus was with her. I mean, he looked like Jesus. And then she dropped her blue cheese on the ground. She's like, "Oh, it looks like so much cum." I'm like, "Oh dear Lord, can I get my wings, please?" Can I?
Yeah,
Is that part of the experience?
So she needed like the Tom Cruise teeth.
Oh God. It was scary. It was very scary that night. I'm like, I think I'll order before I come down here and get my wings instead of waiting.
You know, that reminds me. I realized that I guess I am getting older or something. Yesterday, I went to go pick up some Chinese food for dinner, and when I pulled up to like the intersection, these people were going across with those scooters, and they had food in their hands, and they just dropped both like of their food containers on the ground, and they both just sat there and looked at it for a little bit, and then they just fucking left. And they left these big food containers on the ground, like right in the middle of the road. And I was like, and I had this sudden urge to just like want to follow them and be like, "How dare you? How dare you do this to my city? How dare you do this in my city? Go back and pick it up. Don't do this." Right? And I realized, what the fuck? Why do I have that now? Is it because of age or?
Yes.
I don't know.
It's because you're a boring cunt. I mean, just fucking let people use to do dumb shit. Like you used to put air up your ass at the fucking gas station.
Well, he's yelling at people dropping their food on the street, yet he's streaking naked at the same time. So I don't know.
Well, it's the most effective way to get people to pick up their trash is if you're naked and you're screaming at them.
Yeah, he's like,
pick up their garbage.
He's pointing with his groin. Get that down there. Get that over there.
See that right there? Yeah, right there. I'm pointing at it. Pick it up.
Yeah, it's a little aggressive.
Well, dude, if some fucking random naked person came running up to me with a fucking, it's not obviously not this big or hard anymore, but comes at me with one of those boys, and he starts pointing at it like this, like, pick that up. Pick it up. You're gonna pick it up. You're gonna be like, okay,
Why is it,
okay.
How's it pointing down? I may not know what pre-cum is, but like,
I'm I'm trying to show you I'm positioning my body in a way to make it point down.
Oh,
I think we've already seen too many nipples today.
You're definitely not athletic enough to do a handstand.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a fucking handstand and I'm gonna piss in my own face.
The only way he does a handstand is this way. Handstand. Look, I did a handstand. There we go. There.
Yeah. So in other news, these are how the segues go, by the way, Aaron. So get used to it.
I'm good with it.
In other news, Pelosi's husband dumps Nvidia stock as House eyes chip bill. That's interesting. So Pelosi's husband sold his shares of Nvidia on Tuesday, days before the House is expected to consider legislation providing subsidies on tax credits. Over $70 billion to boost the U.S. semiconductor
economy. Yeah. I can't stand Pelosi. She looks like one of those, like a double, like a stunt double from that movie Death Becomes Her. She's already died and has been spray painting herself for the last 5 years.
I thought she was an extra from Beetlejuice.
Yeah, no, she's one of those. She's one of the whores in the house.
There's some whores in this house. So this.
Course your career.
in which a reporter asked her about it, and that's kind of the reason why I wanted to bring it up, because I just thought it was funny the way that she just fucking look how she totally.
She got the grandma beads.
It's obvious that she's doing something wrong by this. So we just watch.
Looks like she got some of my DNA too.
Stock purchase or sale based on information you
Oh
received.
damn!
No, absolutely not. Okay, thank you.
Over the course of your career,
Goodbye.
has your husband ever made a stock purchase or sale based on information he received from you?
No, absolutely not. Okay,
Mark
thank
Zuckerberg
you.
also answered
All right,
that way too. Shit, they all cheat.
She
They
does
all
that.
cheat.
She does that with her
fuck outta
husband. She does the same thing to her husband.
His
Honey,
dick.
did we have sex the other night? Yes, we did. Don't worry about it. All right. Like, I don't remember at all. What did you roofie me, Nancy? I don't know.
No, absolutely not. It just
I thought you were talking. Yeah, you were talking about his dick, right, Tom? Like that's his dick right there, and he sticks it in her face. He's like, "No, absolutely not," and just bends it down
No.
and pushes it away.
I think we have
Sorry, you
support.
took too much Cialis this week. No, once was already too much.
And her fucking face is like this too. Like
She's
We have
like,
some
why are you
possibly
asking me a
English-speaking tourists
question
in here. I don't
about-
want to be.
yeah. Why are you
Yeah,
asking me a
that's
question about insider trading? I do it every day. Name every senator and congressman in the freaking United States government. Oh, did I say that out loud?
it's true. We're on board with that. I definitely agree.
Yeah, we're with
what,
you.
What you're saying.
I'm
there.
with you, Aaron.
Cool, because
with you.
they're all liars.
Yeah, they don't. How long has it been since they represented us? I would imagine. I'm going to say 1963, Dealey Plaza. Right before that, maybe 2 days before that, and after that, they haven't been with us.
Right.
In other news,
It was a coup.
this is apparently news. I know it's the Daily Dot, so it's not the craziest news, but if you can leave when you're able, it will not get better. A worker tearfully shares an interaction with boss after not understanding a term. So I'll just go through here quick. She called her boss blunt, said that he used terms in business that she didn't know about. So she says that she's 24 and that a CEO of her company she works for emailed to plan a trip to Utah office to meet somebody to see if she is a ringer, right? That's what he said to her. Whether or not this girl is a ringer or not. And she notes she wasn't sure what a ringer was after finding definitions online that don't coincide with the conversation. So she went online and started searching up ringer, and she's like, I don't know, this works. And so instead of messaging things like you don't understand what a ringer is, look it up. So she messaged in a group chat to everybody, like in a company, what does the ringer mean?
Oh,
And her boss wrote her back like, hey, instead of asking everybody in a message and looking like a
Just
fucking
asked
idiot,
me.
just
yeah. Ask me.
yeah, send me a message and say, hey, I'll let you know what it means. You don't have to look like a fucking idiot in front of everybody. And then she says, let's see, says, let him look up the definition. Really, she said, but I looked up the definitions and it doesn't really go with the conversation. And he wrote back saying, someone who enters a competition and ends up being a pro. And next time, ask for help. So it sounds like he's trying to, like, turn her into like this business person, give her an opportunity, show her around with other people and stuff like that. And she's just making him look like an asshole for thinking that she's got talent. Anyway, so she posts that online, and they get a bunch of comments. It says, literally nobody's ever heard of ringer. Sounds like a boomer term. And somebody says to her, hey, you should start using a bunch of Gen Z slang that he doesn't understand to get back at him. And the other one was, if you can, leave when you're able. It will not get better.
What?
Are you fucking kidding me?
That's the guy who's trying to help you. He's not like putting you down going, you know what? For this 8-hour day, work 12. What the fuck is this about? Why are people so
They're so sensitive because back in 1985, everyone got trophies for everything.
well?
Like, oh, you came in 74th place. Here's a hot dog. Oh my God, I'm a winner. And ever since then, people have just been like, you remember like your dad used to like beat you up? Does anyone, you know what I mean? My dad used to beat me up, dude. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Go get the belt.
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 Oh,
Yeah.
my dad didn't need a belt. He had calluses from farming. Fucker didn't feel it, but he made me feel it every single time.
Fucking humble brag alert.
I work in construction though. I work in construction. This little girl woman, wouldn't make it very long in the construction business because it'd be like, look, we say fuck a lot. We are, if you're not worth your salt, get the hell out of the way.
Yeah.
And obviously being a ringer, she's supposedly a good person. She's going to do some great things. And I don't understand what ringer is. Look, I don't even keep up with the latest slang either. So who gives a flying F? Just ask the guy, you dumb. She
fuck and cunt is what you meant to say.
There you go.
To me, it sounds like she asked everybody on purpose to make him look stupid. You know what I mean?
Well,
like, what does a ringer mean? Like, what are you even like saying to me? And then everybody be like, oh yeah, man, we don't know what ringer means. This boss is an asshole.
That's not even close. And that boss should be looking at her going, you don't really give two flying flips what I do for you, do you?
Yeah.
Goodbye. You should leave. Here's the door.
Like,
and
the only time I know ringer has two terms or three. It's like somebody pushing the doorbell.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Somebody who's good at something, like someone who gets up on karaoke and kills it. That's a ringer.
Mm-hmm.
And I was growing up, we played a lot of horseshoes. A lot of horseshoes, and that's it. Right. So, like, I don't know what that is. I'm going to ask everybody in the world except for the person where I'm going to make money from, and all these dummies come they're going to be like, "Oh, you need to use Gen Z." Like, once again, let's separate everybody based on nothing.
Yeah. Like,
nothing.
Oh, you
Losers.
Don't know what slap means. You don't know
losers.
I hate bet so much.
I hate bet, but I'm like, I was in the 80s, so totally radical and dude are
radical. Fucking gnarly.
I still use dude all the time. Like, dude, what the fuck were you doing, man?
For shizzle.
No, for sizzle. Oh God. I try to keep up a little bit, but when Triggered came out, I always said Triggered.
Never used it. I never used that word.
So I did that with my kids. They wouldn't do something. They would say something stupid. I'd say Triggered.
Well, like for me, the word cool, like it makes sense if you use the word cool because you're thinking of cool, like chill, relax,
Fonzie,
whatever, right?
Yeah,
but bet to me is like you're basically saying like you bet, right? That's what you're saying.
What does that mean exactly? Help me out.
So it means you bet. Like,
sure.
Hey, you gonna be there? You bet.
Oh,
you
sure.
can bet on that.
Okay.
I'll be there, right? But then they shorten it down to just bet, and it just keeps reminding me of like this guy. I saw a video of this guy. He was showing like the breakdown of like language. He's like, "I'll be right back," and then it's like, "Be right back." And then it shows like 2022, and it's like right back. And then in like 2050, he's like,
That's already happening. Because I got a stepson who mumbles, and you're like, "What? What did you say?" Get the marbles out of your mouth. You're 19. I can't understand you.
Every time I hear bet, I'm thinking of like the Flintstones. Bet.
Yeah, there you go.
That's how old I am.
Well, the only one I kind of picked up was Sus. Suspect, because I was watching some, gameplays with Sus, Among Us and that, but Sus, I picked that one up. I do admit that one, but bet and slap are not gonna ever.
Aaron, do you use maybe intentionally like old slang to piss everybody off? I do it all the time. I just be like, word. I just use the oldest stuff I can think of, and like it just make people just have to deal with it because I love. You don't know much about me, but I love making people uncomfortable with what they think reality is.
Right.
It's just constantly like, no, it's not all fucking Starbucks and whatever and my pronouns. It's fucking. let's like mix it up a little bit here,
Well, I have a word that's like, because I'm originally from Idaho. And I remember hearing
from Idaho.
Idaho.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
All right, that's that. So your father was a potato farmer. Is that
no, we didn't grow potatoes. Everybody else grew potatoes around us, but we didn't. But
that's why you left. because
Yes.
it wasn't sustainable.
No. No, there's one word that I remember as a cuss word, and it doesn't make a damn bit of sense. It's jackamole. What a jackamole.
I've heard that before.
You
It's
have?
not really a
Oh,
cuss
good.
word. It's not really
It's
a cuss
kind of
word.
cuss word. It's like, what a jackamole, because you don't say that. Hey, you're a good jackamole. It doesn't sound.
It's
that,
kind of like a country way of saying jackass.
pretty much jackass asshole together. It was like, yeah, because I was running out of words the other day driving around Clinton Township and on Gratiot and all that, and I'm like, what a jackamole.
Did your dad used to yell at you too? Like when he beat you, did he yell at you too?
He was too busy gritting his teeth as he was beating the crap out of my ass. I don't know. The yelling usually happened beforehand, and then the spankings happened. And
Dude, my dad used to say like he would say things that are really funny. Be like, "Your ass is grass, buddy."
no, we never got that much of a warning. You'd just be like, he'd be so pissed off. You could see him coming. I mean, the guy he has like a beard.
Mm.
He was like about 5'10", 5'11", and just he grew up on a farm. He was a farmer, and you just didn't want to see this guy after you because he kind of didn't let Vietnam leave him.
Yeah.
So he always wore the you go to the Army Navy surplus store, so he wore those Army surplus, the pants with all the pockets.
Yeah, I like those.
And long blue Navy shirts, and he was always kind of mean and dirty, and it's like, oh fuck, I fucked up. I didn't find this. You're dead. And yeah, pretty much you were dead.
My dad had really bad acne when he was growing up, so he had like a beard to cover up the acne, but here it was still so he had like the bluest of, still alive, my dad. He has the bluest of blue eyes, and they would turn clear, and then like the fucking, you would see it looked like the moon. You know what I mean? Like it was just, or like he was like got shot in the face with it's like C4, like a Claymore mine. There you go, Barrett. Like, and he would just go, and just fucking, dude, he used to fucking beat the shit out of me. And then like when I got of age, he was like, well, you're too old to get beat up now. I'm going to make you write sentences. And I got to be honest with you, I'd rather get my ass beat. Sentences are the worst thing ever. If you want to punish your parents, children or kids, whatever, if you want to do that, fucking make them write sentences. It's just nowadays it's impossible. It's like, do I write I will not do this again or watch porn?
Shouldn't be watching your dad's porn, huh? That was cool.
I got beat up by my mom because my dad wasn't around to beat me up because he was
because your dad was dead. Yeah.
Jesus.
Sorry.
What did you do to the poor man?
I think he probably wanted something from the store in December.
He's
probably needed diapers.
He witnessed me stick that air hose up my ass, and then he's like, oh, this isn't going anywhere.
And then his tongue came out like a party favor.
He's like, I failed as a father. Fuck this.
He drove into a fucking ditch with a snowmobile. Yeah.
A snowmobile? Oh, I thought maybe he drove off into the Detroit River. He's like, this is fucked.
Could you describe his rib cage for me again?
Actually,
it's an old bit for Barrett, dude.
He's referencing something I improvised on stage.
It was the funniest shit ever.
I said this happens all the time, like because I've said it on stage too that I do mostly like truth stuff. It's almost 100% truth. Some of the stuff I say. And I said, people told me I should do stand-up, and I'm like, you're so fucking funny the way that you explained, that. And I said, dude, I just told you about how my dad died. Like,
yeah, but it was fucking hilarious.
It was hilarious.
Oh, there you go. That's all that matters, man.
Mm-hmm.
The way you described his rib cage crushing his fucking lungs, or however you said it, dude.
Yeah, like
That's
I did
funny,
a whole
man.
bit about that, about the actual way my dad died on stage, and people laughed.
So I don't know
I'm
how
not
he
the
is,
bad one.
right?
They're the
Aaron,
bad
I don't know
ones
how I don't know how this older. I just got my one of my organs removed. Barrett is, but pre Barrett, like pre all my organs. Barrett's sweaty hands. I want to kill myself. Barrett. That was a special kind of Barrett, and now I don't know. Maybe he's PC'd it up a little bit, but he used to be. It's the whack-a-mole of shit and dick jokes.
I didn't.
Oh, great dick jokes! That's awesome. That's
we need
so
some
make
more
stand-up comedy.
We need more dick jokes, right?
Of course.
No, like
Absolutely.
he's referencing like I've been trying to be like a little bit more topical in general on stage. I don't know if you've noticed. I haven't been there enough probably for you to notice it, but I think the first set that I did like some of my old material about my cat committing suicide and drowning kids in the bathtub and stuff like that.
Yeah, you know,
It was pretty solid.
Sunday dinner
material.
Normal
conversation.
stuff. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunday dinner conversation with grandma. Yeah.
So I took my cat and threw him up in the air, and damned if you hit that power line. Fuck.
No, it's worse than that, dude. Trust me. I wish that was the joke.
I did that. So I don't know if you weren't there. I went with Ben Cheek. He has his open mic. It's at Mug Pub. It was on a Thursday. And I went there, and it's outside, right? And then it's mostly comedians there. There were some other people there. So some comedian was there with his like girlfriend or wife, and we all did our sets, and then we still had time. And he's like, "Yeah, does anybody else want to go up again?" And I was like, "All right, I'll go up again." So I went up again, and I sat down in a chair.
That's
and I was
fucking
like,
awesome. That's fucking awesome, right?
Yeah, there you go.
I was
Free
like,
time?
yeah, I said like, okay, now I'm gonna do some really dark shit. Like, since I get to go up again, I'm gonna do like all dark shit. And the first joke I told was my cat joke, which is my cat. I think it's depressed. I didn't know. Like, I have 3 cats at home. The one cat's depressed. I wanted to find out if he's depressed, but he can't really communicate with me. I'm summarizing it. I'm not actually doing the joke, obviously.
Right.
So to find out if he's depressed, I leave suicide possibilities around the house, and if he kills himself, then I'll know he was depressed, right? And so I'm going into that joke, and I look over and I see this lady. She's all like to their boyfriend comedian. I'm like, what did he do? Like, she's getting him. Like, I figured it was
Sounds like an
him.
outtake from 5 Goes West.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. So she's lighting him up, and I'm thinking like she's going after him. So I just keep going, and then she stands up, and I'm like, it's not for him, it's for me. And she stands up and she starts going,
Goody.
"That's fucked up. That's not even funny. That's so fucked up. You don't even understand it." I'm like, okay. I'm like, hey, I've dealt with depression my entire life. Like, I started getting personal with her, thinking this is gonna fix it. I'm like, yeah, I've dealt with depression my entire life, and
Both me and
talk
Aaron
about
like,
Nope.
we look like the cat clock with the eyeballs.
No, you can't fix things with Karens. You can't fix things with Karens.
Oh.
I'm sorry. You just made the biggest mistake that night. That was
yeah.
like,
So she's approaching the stage and continuing to scream at me, and I'm trying to be like, yeah, I've dealt with suicide. That's why I make jokes about it. Blah blah blah. And then he like basically pulls her into the building,
corralled her
into the building, and she's still like, door shuts.
damn.
And she keeps trying to come back out too. He has to stand in front of the fucking door to keep her from coming back outside. As I continue the joke, I'm like, I look at everybody else. I'm like, well, because of that, I'm going to continue. And actually, I'm going to do the darkest shit I have. So I hammered it even
That's
harder.
going to set you off. Yeah, if that's going to set you off, you're going to get the whole.
Yes.
You
mother
can
load.
join her too while you're at it if you don't like the set.
Right.
Well, other people, I think enjoyed it and understood what was going on and got it, even though there wasn't that many people. But like, I just thought it was hilarious because I've gotten reactions before from people, but I've never gotten that explosive. And it might be something to do with just here in America, like.
And that was like a Bud Light. That's like a Bud Light joke of yours.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go into the cloning bit and the cum-filled bodies in a mass grave. Don't even go there. I could see people getting upset about that, but like a cat suicide joke?
Like
It's a joke.
That's why I
It's a
couldn't
joke.
understand. Yeah, that was that bit was one of my most solid, best. I knew I was going to get laughs when I told that one bit, and at least in Germany, right? So, so I mean, I had some dude tell me he yelled at me when I was on stage. He's like, "You're going to hell twice for that shit. You're going to hell twice."
You're going to hell twice.
Oh, how do you do that? Because is this hell already? Because I mean, dear Lord. So, Chris, you got your only fan. You kicked her off. You kicked her out of the place, and Does she contact you often on Twitter or on?
I'm just imagining Chris now on OnlyFans.
So he's on OnlyFans doing his cat joke, cat suicide
sun
joke,
shining his asshole.
as he's tweaking his nipples all day long.
That's why they're that color.
I wanted to find the comedian and message him and be like, my bad, dude. But I think he understood, because after he got her in the building, he stuck his head out and he's like, just keep going, man. It's cool.
Okay.
No big deal.
Yeah,
keep going. It's
this
nothing
needs
to
to
do
be
with
said.
you.
Could we make a PSA for all of us as comics? If you go to a stand-up show and even think that at one point you're going to get offended and stand up, stay home, get into your fucking bubbles and your little echo chambers and write stuff about men or whatever the fuck it is that's upsetting you.
Yeah.
It's a comedy show, you dumb cunts. Enjoy it. You're ruining. People are fucking taking off. They smoked the bowl. They came into the parking lot after working all week long, and they want to hear some jokes, see the new and upcoming talent, try to reciprocate funniness back into the community that you're in. And you're like, I'm gonna stand up and tell somebody. Shut the fuck up. Nobody cares. Please jump off a bridge and swim like a duck. I'm tired of these fucking people, man.
Well, you're being nice. He's saying swim like a duck. I was thinking boat anchor.
It's a running gag that's going on because I wanted to say something else, and my brain, it was because you can't do any calls to action to hurt anybody. That's
I'm sorry. I didn't mean boat anchor. I didn't mean boat anchor.
No, you know that boat anchor. Hey, we're going fishing. We're going fishing.
It's Tom's catchphase now. He was talking about this
yeah.
other PC comedian that we knew in Germany, and
she's a special one.
Yeah, she pretty much
golden child.
Yeah, like a terrorist, behind people's backs, trying to get people canceled, all that shit. So that,
I hate
but
that.
the whole time, this person is still eating a bunch of chocolate cake and just getting fatter and fatter.
Putting people down as she just self-implodes. That's always good.
No, explodes, not implodes.
Explodes. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Well, I was thinking the heart might go and then
like a neutron star.
I can't take one more cake.
So you could end up like on the My Python movie, Meaning of Life, where the guy says, I can't have one more piece, and then he explodes at the table.
Yeah.
Rib cage is sticking out. We'll go back to the rib cage. I don't know anything about. Yeah, there you go.
So this is the thing. This is one of the things we've talked about before, but I want to bring it up again. That really upsets me is those fucking cunts like that, those PC cunts that do comedy, and they're like, it's totally clean, it's topical, it doesn't hurt anybody's feelings.
No bad words.
People's feelings. They do. They go after people that everybody's allowed to make fun of, but they don't hit the people that everybody gets upset about. And then they go, because my humor is clean and topical, it's way harder to write a funny clean joke than it is to do a dirty joke. Are you fucking kidding me, cunt? That joke you did about sitting on an airplane next to a German was way more thought out than the fucking joke I told about my cat.
Don't hold back, Chris.
Committing suicide.
Tell us how you really feel. Seriously. I mean, I'm kind of feeling like you're just sitting there, just thinking about it, not really conveying what you really mean. I am not sure.
We need to understand we are privileged, straight white males right now. I
don't consider myself. I'm not considered privileged. I really don't. I'm just a white guy, bald, and I'm like, oh, great.
I was going to say, not looking like that, you ain't.
I'm pretty much like I got everything against me. I'm not privileged. I got everything against me right now.
I'm bald too. I'm bald too, man. So this hat is just because I have such a big head, it's distracting. So I put the Astrodome on top of it.
I see.
Yeah,
and I took my hat off because I was looking in shadows, and I'm like, I know my wife thinks I'm a ghost already, but I don't want to look like one all the time.
She thinks you're a ghost. Mine thinks I'm a fucking gringo.
Well, she calls me Casper the Friendly Ghost when I get naked. So I'm just gotta worry about.
That says way too much about you that I need to know.
It's like I can't have the lights on before we go to bed. I have to have them off so I don't glow in the dark. Okay, that's just half the battle, man.
Yeah,
She's always
probably-
constantly making fun of how white I am.
Something with your diet.
Yeah, no shit. As Chris now poked. Oh, look, what's husband explaining? Webb tells.
Telescopics.
This is it's actually a good segue from that because
So these are all galaxies. These little things are galaxies.
They're galaxies.
So
These
one
are
of those
all
that have like the
galaxies.
6-star flare. Those are stars. Okay.
Those
so
are
anything that
stars,
doesn't
okay.
have one of those weird like flares is a galaxy. The part everyone's like freaking about is the fact that it looks like it's blurry or rotating. There's almost like this imaginary circle with these arcs and
Oh my God.
spheres. And the belief
Oh my
is that
God.
there's some sort of super dense galaxy in the middle that has like. You know how black holes can curve time and light and everything else?
Oh yeah.
Not
Oh,
just
yeah.
a black hole, but a very dense galaxy is curving both
Dense.
space, light, and time.
Like, you're not
Because of
talking
that,
about
these
Starbucks
smears
or
are
Pilates?
a lens into a time long ago, longer than we actually think. Like
Mansplaining
back to the
101.
creation of the universe,
Oh my
which was probably about
gosh.
13 billion years ago. So this picture, though it just looks like a bunch of
How
little
does this
dots,
affect my
could
hair
be telling the
appointment?
story of the creation of the universe, and we might just be seeing parts of the creation of the universe because of the way that this super dense
So,
galaxy
like,
has
are we
bent light
getting
and also time.
getting a cabin?
So these are all
next year?
galaxies.
Did you get that timeshare or not? I don't understand why you're talking about galaxies.
I feel pretty good because I understood everything he said. I swear to God.
Yeah, I did
But
too.
I'm feeling
I did
pretty good
too.
about myself.
I was following along. It's like, dude, quit explaining to your wife.
I just don't like the way he talks. It sounds like a dude like, okay, you gotta make sure you put wax on your surfboard before you go out there because the sharks are gonna be fucking crazy today. And it's just like the way he talked pissed me off, but like what he was talking about, I'm with
pretty
him.
sure he was like a teacher too. I'm sure he was just like, look, hey, this is work. Check out this galaxy over here. You haven't checked out my vagina in weeks. I don't understand why I gotta look at this fucking
Yeah,
fucking
you were
picture
talking
here.
about black hole, Bob.
every time I try, because every time I try to, you're like, I want him to take it, but I don't want to have it tonight.
All right.
The body connected to the black hole has a headache, Bob.
Every night that ends in Y. What the hell's going on?
My wife has the thing of like, I don't want to be the one to initiate the whole thing. And I'm like, well, I don't want to be the one initiating and then getting shot down every time. So I'm like, I'll just lay here, and if you touch it, then we'll do it. If you don't touch it, then we won't.
And Chris hasn't had sex in 6 years.
Jesus.
She's like, well, I want you to like initiate it sometimes. I'm like, well, I don't like.
He fucking
You
he
think I like getting a
broke down
boner and then
sex.
being like, yeah, we're about to do this, and then no, I gotta go to work tomorrow. Is that fun? Must be what's fun for her. It must be fun for her.
Yeah, you know, women are a little finicky, but you gotta figure out a way around that, Chris. Like, you know, like maybe just tell her that you won't lock the door next time, and then she'll actually be able to leave the bedroom. I mean, I don't know.
I love how he basically broke down his sex life to like turning on a Nintendo. Like if you turn it on, then we're gonna play fucking Mario Kart, right? And you're like,
But if you're just looking at it, hell no, we ain't playing that Nintendo.
but if you
It's sitting there.
pick up
Forget
the
it.
controller and shoot a fucking red fucking shell at me, then I don't want to be shot down. Chris, that was too much.
Yeah, I think you might want to try some different approaches. Maybe take her out to dinner, you know, instead of Arby's. You know, that might be
Take her out to
helpful.
Dinner, I do the massages, I do all that shit. It's just
You cut the grass.
I think
The massages
Part
has
of her
got to
life.
be with her, not at the massage
Yeah.
place. You know,
Yeah.
getting you know.
Yeah, I'm with you, Aaron. Fucking stop
You gotta get the massage with the wife, not
right. Stop hiring these foreigners for things that you can have your wife do yourself.
Can't get those. You're looking for happy endings with your wife, not with whoever's working the place at that day.
Right, or turning a Nintendo on, whatever.
Yeah, turning on to.
or when they leave, you just go real quick and get it done, and then they come in, they're like, what happened in here? It's all it smells weird in here now.
And smoke alarm went off.
Oh, this looks like a bad idea. Oh, it's a good. Oh, okay, it's a good roller coaster.
Oh, it's a baby. There's an actual baby in there
I thought he was just test driving it.
with rubber boots on.
I thought this was cool, but at the same time, I'm like, lots of very bad things can happen with this.
Oh, you think?
I mean, with any roller coaster that you have to start with a 2x4, can't be.
That's just like a normal state fair. Shit, man. I mean, he doesn't look like a carny, so he does have that as an advantage. I mean, he doesn't look like he's drugged out or nothing, but
he's recovering. He's a recovering carny.
Recovering carny. See, now, Chris, this is what happens if you don't get enough sex: is that you go build a roller coaster out in the backyard. This is what happens.
I haven't gotten there yet, but she would love
You'll
it.
get there.
She would love that shit too, because she's got like 15 different things she wants me to fucking do here.
Well,
See what this.
you mean like be like a parent? What?
She's trying to get you to start noticing your children a little bit more.
Oh, there
Like, oh, you live here too. Hey, how's it going? I don't remember what this is. Oh, I remember what this is. This is some flawed logic, but at the same time, you listen to it, you're like, okay, it
The
makes
one on the
sense.
left, the person on the left can totally beat up the person on the right.
Yes. Think?
Yep.
I think so. I have a good feeling about these things.
I'm not going. That shit sounds stupid. So you're telling me there's a guy who did a crime and you need me to show up so you can convince me whether or not he did it? I didn't go to law school. Who gives a fuck what I think? Like, a jury of my peers are dumb as fuck, dude. I'm just confused because, like, why isn't it a job? Like, why is jury duty a thing? Why don't you just hire jury people full time and have them clock in and make them go to fucking law school for it? Why can't you just get, like, an associate's degree in jury tutoring? Like, why do we have to grab randos off the street? NPCs. Why do I have to convince a Lifetime Fitness front desk employee, an Arby's shift lead, and a librarian that I'm not guilty for murder? I got jury duty.
Oh my
So there's,
God.
it's that to me speaks to a lot of people's like mentalities and thought processes in like the current climate of our society. Like, why isn't it a job? Like, it should be a job. It was built that way on purpose, you fucking idiot. That the guy that works at the counter might understand where you're coming from a little bit better than somebody that's getting paid to do it and bribed to fucking say yes or no and all this other shit, you fucking idiot. Like,
Yeah, because you become a professional juror. Can you imagine? Hey, get all the bribes. Can you imagine just running around the country, just like, yeah, I've got residency here. Oh, jury duty for this crime? Oh, yeah, man, professional juror.
The selection.
yeah,
Jury. What do you call that? Jury? What the freaking?
That was a good word. I liked it
was
actually.
I'm just like, wow,
An
you're intelligent
associate's
enough
degree.
associate's degree. Well, why not a bachelor's or a master's, mother trucker? You got them up. I mean, I've been on like close to being on jury and then got kicked off because the thing got dismissed, and I was like, oh, good, because I didn't want to waste my time.
I love the wording we use in America. That's so weird. Imagine having a master's degree in like racism. It's a little on the nose.
Ted Cruz? Ted Cruz, anyone? Ted Cruz. I'm saying it once, twice, 3 times. I'm just like,
Well, I like Ted Cruz a little bit. I like him a little bit. He's all right. He's interesting. He's entertaining.
he's the Zodiac
he's
killer,
entertaining, but he's not.
He's the Zodiac killer.
Yeah, there's a meme about him being the Zodiac killer.
Well, that would make sense.
Dude, what happened to look? I listened to the last podcast on the left. I don't know if you ever listened to it. It's really good. And what happened to all the serial killers? What happened to them?
Oh, they're still
they got bored. I think they got bored. I mean, they're like, well, geez, there's so many mass shootings. Killing one at a time is not doing it. I'm just gonna have to quit.
Yeah, but it's so much cooler when they leave like their calling cards, like they put like a piece of dice up someone's ass or something. Like it's like it's more artistic.
Yeah,
and, like,
well,
I miss it. I miss it like a little bit.
You miss it a little bit.
A little bit. I mean, right. I mean, last thing we had was the DC sniper. That was.
But that
cool.
was 2 people though. That was a
I was
father and
there
son
during
team.
it. I just got out of the military, and then like I was there during the. They were like, "Oh, don't go to Home Depot and buy that 2x4 for your little kid's roller coaster in the backyard because you might get shot."
Father and son, we do.
That's
By the
where
way,
I'm from.
That's
Remember that commercial?
that roller coaster is definitely not in DC. That's far. It's like Midwesterner. I have nothing else better to
No,
do.
dude,
Yeah.
you go right out. Dude, I'm from Baltimore. I'm from Baltimore, DC area.
Okay,
Trust
so you
me,
think
there's some pockets of humanity out there with like less than average thumb length. Okay,
oh, okay.
just I'm just telling you, dude. I know people who bury cars. You need a car buried?
No, you
They're
got a
called
car buried.
the Knight Brothers.
Knight Brothers. Okay, write
Knight
that
Brothers.
down. Knight Brothers Construction, huh? Oh, okay. Concrete services.
Construction? No, more like they used to haul like gravel, asphalt, things like that.
Well,
Yeah.
so they're into the put gravel pits area. So yeah, nothing comes besides gravel. Everything goes back in as human bodies. Sure.
Yeah, exactly. Just fucking throw it in that concrete hopper.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't that make like financially sense too, to fill
What?
up the hole with less of the material, so you save money on material if you put like a
Right.
car and people in there?
Mhm. Sure.
Right. I mean, that's
So that's just like, it's just financially makes more sense to do that on the side too, right? Like
it's like
It's
economics.
brilliant. Yeah.
It's like it's green, right? Fuck.
we're using less material.
Eco-friendly. Yes. For this porch, instead of 5 yards of concrete, I got like 6 bodies from the morgue, and then I mixed it in with the concrete. Don't mind that tibia that sticks out a little bit. It's okay. It's kind of like my signature piece.
I picture a redneck be like, I'm not selling this steel back to China. Fuck China. I'm burying this in the ground.
God.
Oh man.
Oh, the bone collector.
It in 20 years it might sink a little bit when the body starts to deteriorate underneath there, but
Dude, that's
we'll
so
come back.
negligible. I wouldn't even worry about that at all. Just very negligible.
We'll come back and we'll put another body in there for you for free. No
There you
charge.
go. Yeah,
charge.
no charge. Yeah, no
We'll get-
charge. Just a crack filler. What
Crack
size?
filler?
Throw them in a chipper and just scrape it in the
Dude, Aaron, that has to be your whole thing. That's your whole bit now. That you're good at like going to the morgue and getting bodies for construction. Like, hey, it's
God.
eco-friendly. It's green. You don't have to put them in a cemetery. There you go, man.
Oh,
That
fake
is really a
printed
little bit.
meat. That's
What the hell is that? 3D.
It looks like
3D
bad
meat?
shit. This looks like Twizzlers on acid, or what the fuck is this shit, man?
Twizzlers
Fat,
on
blood,
acid.
and muscle. Well,
it's not real fat or blood or muscle. Obviously, they're using like fake shit. But
have these guys actually
fucking-
seen meat? I mean, seriously, some of the shit looks like
I'm sure they
looks
didn't
like
look between their legs anytime soon.
this looks like Play-Doh. I mean, I'm not gonna eat Play-Doh. Fuck that. I quit eating Play-Doh when I was 8. Fuck this.
I was 14, but whatever.
Well, that explains everything.
Yes.
look at this.
We analyze the different
Plant-based
components that make those beautiful cuts and try to figure out which are the key components that we need to mimic in order to achieve
why
those
is it-
beautiful cuts of meat.
Yeah,
We
why is it every
identified
time-
3 main components: the muscle,
Like,
the
dude,
blood,
every time.
and the fat. These are the components that we need to mimic in order to reach the perfect, beautiful steak.
And the
Here we go,
red
this is
dye
what it
will
looks
kill
like.
you.
Like every time these fucking people get up there, they always have the worst accents. It's fucking either
it looks-
Elon Musk or Klaus Schwab or this cunt. They always talk like, "Oh, you will eat the burger? Go fuck yourself."
It looks like
Like-
shit. I'm serious. Look at it. It's all the same. It's not real meat. I'm not even interested.
Yeah, look. He's got a little hole in there, like it's what is that? The
Ribeye?
Yeah.
Yeah, put down.
Oh,
Stop.
my God.
Everybody, this. So you want to eat plant-based foods? Okay. Well, quit trying to make it look like a burger, you god.
Oh shit!
Eat,
Right?
eat all the chickpeas you want. Eat all the soy you want. Quit making it try to look like it's passing off for a hamburger or steak, or better yet,
Absolutely.
even
New.
bacon. What the freak are you doing?
Here's
Oh.
the thing. Here's the thing, Aaron. It's like what I don't get about it is like, they're like, "Oh, we don't eat because we're killing animals," and I'm thinking like, well, it's just a form of life. Like, what about plants? Aren't they
Yeah.
a form of life? And without them, animals wouldn't exist anyway. So, and what about the, all the water you use, 75,000 gallons for 1 pound of steak or whatever. Why do you fucking think all the water, what about all the forests you chop down to fucking make fucking these plants? Just shut the fuck up, dude.
No shit. Yeah.
We're all eating a shit sandwich here. Stop trying to make mine worse because you don't want to eat a fucking piece of steak.
Yeah, no shit.
Interesting. Which is the opposite of the American
Homes were
dream.
not built for people.
What?
Homes were built for banks.
What?
The bank
Oh,
created that
this guy.
product
The
to
fuck?
sell money. You can't just loan people money. You need a product in between. Like when people start really understanding what I'm telling
This
them,
is
they're
bro
like, what did
science?
you
Shut
say?
the fuck up.
The bank can't lend money for just money. Like you need a reason to borrow money. Oh, you're starting a
credit
business.
card
That's a
asshole.
reason, but it's really risky for the bank. What if a bunch of bankers sitting around drinking bourbon? Dude, we need to lend more money.
Like
we gotta
you?
lend money out, man. That's how we make money. We get people to give us $1. We lend it out 9 times. So we lend it out 9 times. We need something to lend the money on. So back in the 50s, they're like, everybody should have a home. They grinned.
Oh my! I'm not gonna finish that one.
Yeah, this
But-
guy makes me sick to my stomach. Yeah, that's a cat eat dog situation. Yes, that's what bankers did. They came up with, instead of living in that little tent there off the side of the interstate, why don't we get you a loan for the fucking house?
Yeah, people were like, a
That's
house?
new.
I've never heard of that. Like, I want to live in a home.
Before what did they all live in a mud hut before 1950? Like what the fuck?
I actually know of a house that my grandparents built in 1909. How was that possible? What the?
They were time machines. Fucking Aaron, time machines.
Oh, time machines. My mistake. Time machines. The fuck is this guy on? I know
this guy-
people. Fuck
He looked,
this.
he looked at the Flintstones and thought that was real. He was like, they live in these rock houses.
Yeah, but yeah, where did he grow up, man? Fuck.
Well, I think it's supposed to be the opposite to give people the mindset of like, oh, homes are bad. I should live in a pod or I should live in an apartment or you know what I mean?
So you might be on the money with that one, brother.
Yeah, you
Right?
might be there. Yeah.
Because it's part of this mentality that keeps getting pushed now, like part of that steak thing too that we just looked at, like hey, people have been eating bugs for 10,000 years, so you should start eating more bugs. It's like, hey, why spend a bunch of money on a house when you can live in a pod with a bunch of other people?
Hey, why have a border wall when you can just live in a gated community like the rest of us? We don't put the wall there. You put the wall next to your house.
Yes, and then you follow some fake rules to be part of the HOA. Look, your grass is 2 inches too high. You're going to have to cut it.
I fucking hate HOAs, dude. Dude,
You know what? Anyone that screams political views to me and they live in an HOA, I'm like, you're an asshole.
it's
Get that away from me.
absolutely, dude. Oh my god,
I'm a
you got to
libertarian.
eventually move back to Idaho, man, and get away from that big city, dude.
No, I explain Idaho in a second, but no, what's this? Cockroach milk?
Yep.
Cockroach milk?
Cockroach milk.
I
Yes,
think I'll
you
squeeze
read
the
that
teeth
right.
of an almond before I eat the cockroach milk.
Pour out almond milk. The new hip thing is in town. It's called cockroach milk. They've done studies on it, and it's more nutritious to drink cockroach milk.
It's fake
Is
news.
that
It's fake news.
Okay, go down. Is that the priest that's
NPR.
milking the cat? Oh, that's not. Oh,
Was that a
It's the
priest?
scientist.
It's a bishop, you dummy.
well, all I seen with his head, a little bit looked like a hat on her
With
head.
the
I was
red,
like,
I think the red hat is a bishop, right? Or cardinal?
Yeah,
Oh,
Cardinal.
God,
I thought it was like Cardinal. Oh my God! It's like what the milking a cockroach. You've been in the, been in
But it's
the.
and then it looks like as you keep going down a little bit, it looks like a grandma at a wash, like she's washing clothes.
No shit! Like
And
those
then
are
it looks like- and then it's-
those
what
are
it is.
old Maytags, man. Get that away! Fuck.
She also found that she can extract the roach milk in either liquid or crystal form through a process she calls milking a cockroach. Is that the
She should-
scientific term? I
This
wouldn't
person-
ever
Actually,
think of that.
that's. I was thinking she was talking about sex with her husband or something. Because dear Lord, milking a cockroach.
Should be a
It's
writer
dry.
from Conan.
It comes sometimes. It comes out in crystal form. It doesn't.
It just kind of hits me in the eye. Pling, 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 pling.
It doesn't get wet anymore. It's just.
Why is this cockroach coming in my face?
Why is that happening?
What?
So
Jerry
cockroach milk.
Seinfeld now? Are we doing Jerry Seinfeld? Why are these
Cockroach
cockroaches?
milk. Who ever thought?
Oh God!
Game over. Game over. So let me go. I gotta make a booking to another planet besides Mars. Hold on a second. It's fucked up. Cockroach milk. Look, I understand almond milk.
I don't.
I don't, because I never see the little teats on the almond, so I never understand how they get the almond milk. But oat milk, I'm like, so what you're telling me is you put your oats in some water and you squeeze really hard and you drank that, because that's what you're telling me you did. And now cockroaches? I'm sorry. I'm losing it.
All right, let's see. Why,
Hey, this guy
let's
looks.
see why I put this on here. I don't, and these I'm going by order of how I put them on there too. So for some reason, I got into that like live in the pod, eat the bugs, blah blah blah.
Right.
Don't buy a house, and then
There's a
for some
there's a
reason,
method
this
to your
just-
mad. There's a method to your madness. I got it.
$100,000 and a big giant cup of Coke. She was like, never in my right mind would I let you do that. So I told her to use her left. I
Oh.
told my mom she should give me $100,000 and a big giant cup of Coke. She was like, never in my right mind would I let you do that. So I told her to use her left. I told my mom she should give me.
He's starting- that's part of his tight five he's making.
Oh, it's tight five. That's a ha ha ha. Next.
No comment.
Okay, this is another one of the stylistic type things I like to put on here, where they extremely exaggerate something to try to like put out this like heartwarming message of like, don't judge people. Think about, try to be a little bit better of a person. And it's always this fucking white guy who's like screaming racial shit at people.
You know, the beginning of a sentence informs the latter part of the sentence in your mind. So when I read that, I read Down syndrome passenger retarded.
Oh dear Lord!
Which makes me think I might be.
You guys are being a little redundant here.
No shit.
Nice hair, by the
He
way.
doesn't look
fucko.
like a Down syndrome patient, though. I mean,
This guy does, though, right?
the advanced physics is killing me.
Oh, it's not fitting.
He growls.
Oh, excuse me. You're rubbing all up against me.
Oh, I am so sorry. I'm just having problems with my bag.
It's not rocket science.
Oh, here. Let me help you with that.
Thank you so much.
It's way too fucking long for me to show the whole thing.
Yeah, let's not
If I
watch
get
the whole
in?
thing.
No, that's not.
Because the white guy actually got off on the guy
Nice
rubbing up
book.
against him. Let's
How
just
you
face
like
that
it?
fact.
I mean, he's reading an advanced physics book.
So, oh no, an ad.
Trying to read. What did you say now?
Son of a bitch.
Well, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I was
there's
just
another. Oh, ad's
asking about
starting
the
soon. You
book
can't
you
play the
were
ad.
reading.
Oh no, what's this? Do you get the rose? Do you get the community? Do you get the?
Well,
Do
now
you get
Chevy
the?
the present.
The
We're in the
credit
future.
union ad that I get on my YouTube.
with available
Sarah, a
Super
teacher from
Cruise for hands-free
Roseville,
driving.
has
Find
2
new
kids
answers,
and her
find
car
new
broke
roads.
down driving to
Chevrolet.
soccer practice. And this credit union gives her money, always money. It's the same ad on my YouTube every day.
Yeah.
I get weird. I get really weird shit like
shit.
like polyamory training or some shit for your couples and shit
And
like
cockroach, cockroach milking too. So,
Right.
that. And
you
the
get
more
a
you
small-
click on them, the more you click on them, the more you get.
So, Chris, do you have like a small milking stool that you sit on when you're milking your cockroaches?
Yes.
I understand people with honeybees, but Chris over here, he's got like 2,000 cockroaches, and
Like, all the ads I get are like in Spanish, and it's all for this delivery service Rappi, and it's always like, if you buy this donut, you get like, it's like, that's all I get. And they're eating a fucking donut, and I'm just like, all right, I'm trying to watch basketball where the fuck I'm watching.
Right.
So, and in Germany, I used to always get like this little girl who had like a fucked up leg that would look like her mom threw her at like she got lost in Jurassic Park or something.
Damn.
And and something chewed on her leg, and they were like, "Hey, don't." What's that meningococcus? Whatever that is in meningitis or something, maybe.
Oh, meningitis.
Yeah. And they were like, go get your shot, and if not, your leg's gonna look like this girl's. And I kept getting that one all the time, and I was like,
damn.
what did I know? I don't know.
By the way, did you notice where Chris paused this video with the guy's mouth open and the teeth sticking out? I mean, is he having that Tom Cruise dream again going on here?
So let's see
Or
if
Ace
that
Ventura.
one lines up with his. We'd have to see a better angle to see if he's got one of those center tooth. He's one of
I
those
love how
center
he
tooth
was-
lizard motherfuckers.
Oh, that's how you tell a lizard to have center tooth.
Lizard. The lizard people are real.
I think so.
That's all. Chupacabras and lizard people. Okay.
It's called
So
advanced
he's
physics.
talking about he's reading advanced physics. He's like he wouldn't
Right.
understand
I
it.
really-
Blah blah
Thomas
blah.
Watt.
Don't
The
take the
guy's
blame for
annoying
him.
him.
I
He
knew
spills
was gonna
water
be in
on
trouble
him. He's
the
like,
second I saw him walk in, this is ridiculous. Nobody should have to sit.
This guy's
next
a
to
great
this.
actor,
You
too,
know
by
what?
the way.
I demand a new seat immediately.
On the
okay.
wing.
I'll go talk to the captain and see what we can do.
Yeah, you do that.
see what we can do.
Okay. I've spoken to the captain.
Great.
You can leave
Did
the
find me a
plane
new
now.
seat?
Even better. He's upgrading the ticket to first class.
Ha 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 ha! That's what I'm talking about. And thank goodness I don't have to spend the entire flight sitting next to you.
I'll just grab the suitcase.
Yeah, the other business
no,
person
that's
on
not
the
my suitcase. You
plane,
got the wrong
who's a
one.
woman, she
Oh,
doesn't
I'm
understand.
sorry I
Yeah,
wasn't
right.
more
She
clear.
would be on board
The
with that
captain is
shit too.
actually upgrading his ticket to first.
Wait a minute. He's upgrading the other guy's ticket and not yours. 'Cause
class.
you're an
Dun, dun,
asshole.
dun.
Because we all agree.
Who's buying
you
this
shouldn't have
shit?
to sit next to someone
Who's
like
buying
this.
this shit?
Wait, that's
Right.
Excuse me.
And then everybody on the plane claps, right? Oh, and the
Oh, I
physics
wrote
book
that
was
book.
written by the guy.
Oh yeah. There you
So
go.
not only that, but the book was written by the guy. That's why he was asking about it. He's like, "How do you like the book?" Of course, I'm not going to do an impression of him. I don't want anybody.
Wait a minute. Downs. Wait a minute.
You're like, wait a minute. Are you doing an impression of that guy? Because it sounds nothing like the guy. That's right. Because I didn't want it to be offensive.
Let me get this straight. So, people with Down syndrome have the ability to write physics books.
I guess.
I guess so. All right. Hey, more power to you.
We're gonna. Have we looked up
I
the
wrote
book
that
to
book.
see if it's real?
Wait,
Yeah, look it up.
you wrote it. I don't understand. Like, you don't look like somebody who.
Well, I guess you should never judge a book by its cover.
Wow, good comeback, my friend.
ready for you.
Great. I'm coming. Have a nice flight.
What he really wanted to say was "fuck you, asshole."
No, what he really wanted to say is Cheerios are delicious.
Jesus.
Oh, hey, there's nothing wrong. What's wrong? Hey, don't ensue the. Maybe I like Cheerios.
Cheerios.
Hey, we're into the TikTok portion of it.
Hey,
Now it's to distract me from the fact.
This guy. Okay, so we got a long standing
Long history
with this fucking guy.
Oh God.
This guy is the most pompous cunt on TikTok, and all his videos are like these motivational ones.
Right.
And
dear
he's
Lord.
very specific about how he has his arms and how he talks and everything like that.
It's pretty ripped, bro.
To the point he's telling this story right now, and just mouthing the words, and then later on he'll actually he'll go over the video with like the audio to where he
For
can
real?
do his voice.
I
like
didn't even
this.
know that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
What? So he basically takes a video, separates it out, and then does the audio afterward. What?
Yeah,
This-
there's points where you can see his mouth doesn't match the thing. I don't know if it's this video
Oh
that he
my
did it, but I have
God.
seen it. So
He is
he's
the.
that
This
far
guy is
to
the
point.
bane to your existence, my friend.
Yes, I-
Barrett.
Oh my
Barrett
God,
hates
shit.
this guy so much. If you have a chance, go back and look at Barrett versus how do you fucking ex Gilham when he talks about what was it? What was the one?
Dear Lord.
It is what
is
it
what it
is.
fucking is.
Oh, I
Yeah.
hate that statement.
He had
God,
so yeah he
Oh yeah, so you're your friend, but Barrett deconstructed it and told him he wants to basically beat him to death in his basement.
Because that's the
guy-
only place Chris has an advantage because of his sex dungeon, and he has
Yes.
some whipped chains down there.
It's like,
explains
oh,
the
look,
makeup.
I was prepared for this. That's weird.
Put on this
weird.
blindfold. The same word is yuck. All right.
So this guy, he's saying, if anybody ever said, if you leave somebody or whatever, and they just say it is what it is, those people are fucking dangerous. And he breaks down this whole thing about people with that mentality of it is what it is. Obviously, they didn't care about you, and just the way the guy talks, and like you can tell with his facial expression that he's absolutely not sincere. And it's just, and then you got the people commenting like, oh, I love these. These are so great. It's like, oh,
Lord.
You people need to die too. Anyway.
Everything I do now is to distract me from the fact that things aren't fine. Every waking day, it's finding a distraction that can carry me through the day until I have to wake up and do it all again. I feel so disconnected with everything. It's almost like I'm not even here anymore.
Yeah, you're
I'm
not.
just trying.
I have solutions for this guy.
Yeah, let me hear.
Drive off a cliff.
Jump off a bridge and float like a duck.
Exhaust pipe.
Exhaust pipe.
Garage door.
This is
but there's a lot of ways to go, dude. I'm sorry.
Just stick the garage door. What, you just lay underneath it and press the button,
and never closes. Man tries to die by garage door suicide is still alive after day 45 of pushing the same button.
You could do the same thing in a parking lot. Thanks, Barrett. All right, I got you.
So I think I put this on here because I'm like, maybe he's like having a self-realization moment and he's actually depressed and actually hates himself because of normally they're really motivational. And this one is
he's actually
like,
depressed now because his bullshit's he's finally figuring his bullshit doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
No, he got. I think Chris got through to him.
I hope
I seen your video. He was like, oh my God, I am a piece of shit.
Oh my God, I am.
Well, and I don't believe
Today we're gonna shave.
All right, I'm interested.
What's this going on?
There's this guy. His name is.
What's with the duck?
He has a duck.
We're gonna shave Ski Mask Girl's butt. The fuck?
Today we're gonna shave Ski Mask Girl's butt.
I'm a new soul. I came to this strange world hoping I could learn.
Don't blow any ass cheddar in my face.
But Nani, I don't think I can hold it.
Today we're gonna shave.
Wow, that pays for that. That's what we're down to for entertainment now. Holy fuck!
What? And I'm just gonna click on his thing because I want to find another one that he.
What's with this duck anyway? This guy looks like.
It's part.
Okay.
I guess it's he's been doing like TikTok and shit like that for a while, like social media shit. So
Is there blow up dolls? What is that? Ken and Barbie dolls on 10.1 million?
Yeah, I guess he does OnlyFans too, and that's where he made a bunch of money.
Is he screwing that duck? Oh no, it looks weird.
Is he fucking that duck? I'm trying to find this one video where he's on the boat with the chick, and
can we just
like
45.4 mil?
Mm-hmm. He's got millions of 15.8 million views.
Dear
and
Lord.
Half of them are probably people like me. Like, how is this fucking?
I'm telling you, man. The TikTok is the AIDS of American fucking social media.
I have a TikTok account, but you watch how many times I post to it, and it's like, yeah, there's a reason why I don't too much.
The only time I really watch TikTok videos is when Barrett shows them to me.
No, that's someone
Pretty
has
much.
to show me one. That's got to be on Reddit, and then I'll watch it on Reddit. So I'm like, yeah, it's because I wanted to see it, not because they want to feed me their bullshit.
Right.
He just likes
what
looking
the
at this
fuck
guy.
is with this guy?
Yeah.
Does he ever wear? He wears a shirt once in a while, but dear Lord, he's really into himself.
Yes, he's super.
I can't wait till he gets bald and fucking just starts to shit. Like, and it just starts to, like, his body just goes downhill. I can't wait.
Can't wait for the roids to wear off, and he gets like congestive heart failure and a beer gut.
Dude, imagine like when he gets like 90 years old and his grandchildren, he shows them like, yeah, I used to use TikTok videos back in like, what the fuck? You're a loser, granddad.
Wait a minute, you think he can reproduce? Fuck. Those roids have made those little freaking, his balls like 2 raisinets, so he ain't got nothing left in that motherfucker.
They were saying something about like if your taint, the smaller your taint is, like between your asshole and your thing, like the less.
When she don't text back.
God damn it! Stop auto-playing. I'm not an idiot. I could figure out how to make it play. You don't have to auto-play.
Oh, I see.
God damn it!
But you don't text back.
Yeah, when she don't text back. Right, so.
Oh my god.
Oh no, I liked it.
Oh yeah,
Anyone-
that's whatever. What's one like? What's one
When
like?
she
Oh, you
don't
unlike.
text
There you go.
back.
Fucking punk ass black bitch. You must think that you must think that shit's sweet. You must think I'm one of them sucker white boys, you fucking goofy ass nigga. Fuck you. Fuck your mother. And fuck your man. How about that? Faggot.
Damn.
Dear Lord.
Jeez. This guy's a winner.
Yeah, he's top notch material here. Wow.
This guy is a
Is the military beating down his door or what? Let's go.
Shit.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
look at this guy. He looks like a winner all day long. I mean, was that Chevy? Was he in a Chevy Tahoe?
fuck your man.
No, it's not even a Tahoe. It looks like more like a Chevy Cruze. The fuck's this guy? And what kind of
The thing
is
is,
that
he's a little
chains or-
scary though. He's
is
a little
that
scary.
chains or like is it lanyards to get in back into his mom's place?
I think that's his dog collar that he just slipped on his neck. Like
Dog. I feel sorry for the dog.
Sucker white boys, you fucking goofy ass nigga. One of them sucker white boys. Think that shit sweet. You must think I'm one of them sucker white. Think that shit sweet. You must think I'm one of them sucker white boys, you fuck.
So he wants to suck a guy's dick. Okay, well that's when you
dropping the M-bomb.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
impressive.
just straight up dropping the M-bomb, and then he's like,
and then-
he's like
and then he
wait, I left
says-
somebody out. Well, who did I leave out? Oh, LGBT
Oh yeah.
plus community.
Oh yeah.
Oh
It's
shit.
not,
At the end, he just had to drop it in there too. Like
it's not LGBTQ plus 2F.
it's two. No, it's two. It's two.
No, Darren,
S,
I'm trying to make a joke about the F.
Oh, okay. Two. Okay. Two. Okay, I get what you're. Okay.
That guy was.
I don't
pretty
give a
sad.
fuck if it's plus minus divided by obsidian. I don't care. It's too much. It's too much to follow. Whatever. Just put what parts you want in what holes with people who look like whatever. I don't care. Just don't tell my children to do that. Excuse me.
So that was the last TikTok video.
Go.
I-
Dude, do you have like a soundboard with an applause?
I do, but I'm sure you can't hear it.
No.
Nope. You gotta have to share the sound. I'd have to share the sound. And look, I've been disabled. I know I look disabled, but I know the host would have to share the sound. I got my own little stream deck here now. I play all kinds of noises.
I want to hear some noises. How do we set?
Yeah,
that up?
I mean, okay.
You just got to give
I'm
me.
looking like a boomer.
Oh, I'm gonna be the host now. I'm gonna take it over completely and destroy this thing. No. What a TikTok video to end on there, man. What the freak?
Yeah. That was a little
Wow,
rough.
he's such. Maybe his grandma loves him after all. I'm not.
There's no excuse for what he said, bro. Nothing.
No, there's nothing
you,
excusable for that.
You can't say that, dude. I don't care. Like, oh, I have sex with black women doesn't mean you could just drop that word.
No.
And then you go, I mean, like, if it was like 1949, both of those words would be fine. And about 1998, only one of those words would be fine.
Mhm.
But in 2020, whatever this year is, I can't.
2022.
22. I can't even tell anymore. The time just rolling by so fast. You can't say any of that, motherfucker.
No.
But dude, I'm kind of glad I'm in Mexico because that dude looks scary as fuck to me. He's that's a scary dude.
Yeah,
you guys
he's-
talking shit about him, I feel more like upset for you guys. Like if Barrett ends up being murdered, and he's like, yeah, this motherfucker dressed like a kitty cat from the house.
There's
I
gonna be
fucking blew him.
multiple suspects when I get murdered. So
There's gonna be multiple suspects when you go. How do you know this?
Yeah, how would you know?
well, because I mean,
Your life
over
is
the
a game of
years-
Clue. What's your life a game of Clue?
It's the crazy white guy in the Chevy Cruze or whatever that was with the switchblade.
Oh,
It's
really?
the
Got you in a
angry
conservatory.
It's the angry Karen at the mug pub with the chair because she wanted to grab a chair and fucking hit me with it.
Wow.
She was that was a thing.
That's
think that's
scary.
love.
I've seen some shit go down, and it's like, wow, that one would be new.
Well, one of the comedians we know, he got a fucking ashtray thrown at him
Yeah.
when he was on stage.
I mean, fucking launched at him. I wasn't there that night, but he's because he said something about
Stephen
the
Hawking.
12-step. Yeah, Stephen Hawking mixed with the 12-step program for alcoholism and saying that I don't know how the joke went because he is also an enigma. One of the
Yes.
funniest fucking dudes I know but still you don't know what the fuck he's saying. So he's one of those kind of guys. He's kind of like, I don't know. He's kind of like a Balky.
He's from
Okay.
Portugal.
I got you.
Balky.
Balky.
That's
Wow,
a reference
Perfect
that most
Strangers. We're
people-
going all the
Perfect
way back to Perfect Strangers. Dear Lord.
I love
Yeah,
that
and
show.
And he fucking launched the fucking thing at him, and he goes, "Oh, a Trump supporter," which made no sense in the context, but it was still funny. It was still funny. Love you, Pedro. Love you, my man.
Yeah,
Oh
it
my
was
gosh.
it was crazy.
Mm.
But yeah, I think that's the most explosive one you guys had there, right? Was the ashtray thing in Germany, or did somebody else freak out worse?
Yeah, I think it's the worst one that ever happened. There was a time where a woman was talking, I mean, a fuckload, and the same person, Pedro, just, bitch, shut the fuck up. Because he's from Portugal, so he's real like, macho, but he's just like, bitch, shut the fuck up. It was just so funny. It's so funny.
Yeah, there's things that Pedro does. He doesn't realize he's doing them that make us laugh, and we try to tell him to try to embrace that. We're like, he'll tell a joke, and it's a harder one for him to get out, and then right after telling the joke, he's like,
he's super smart, right? And he has like what 3 or 4 languages rolling around in that head.
Yeah.
His wife is Japanese, so he's like, you know what I mean? He's all over the map, right? So, but when he comes out and he's just like, I can't believe I got that out. It's like a sigh of relief. Like, man, that pussy joke worked. It's so funny.
But it's
And that's the punchline, not the joke itself. The punchline is in sighing.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
But
Yeah.
like, how do you? But I wouldn't even see how, as a person, you'd be able to do it naturally and make it so that it's funny, because then you'd end up like doing it at the wrong
Faking it.
time or faking it, and then people would notice it.
See
So
through
it's-
it, right?
Right,
I don't know. I think he could embrace it. It's like, hi, I'm Pedro.
Pedro
My
for
first
president.
joke's not going to be that good. I think you could pull it off. I'm pretty sure you can make
Dude,
that.
that video should be up there somewhere. I don't know how you would find it, but that video is up there somewhere where he's on
somebody
stage.
threw the ashtray at him?
When someone threw the ashtray at him, it's somewhere.
Shit, man.
But he's got really good premise ideas for jokes. And I just think the language barrier sometimes like makes it hard for people to get where he's going with it. The one time that me and Tom, that was probably the most I've ever laughed at a show ever.
I literally fell down the steps laughing. Like 10 steps. I mean, I was just rolling, catch myself, and then I fell like on top. Me and Barrett went behind the bar and we're just gut laughing on the ground. So yeah, and I don't know what the fuck he even said.
He said something. It was something about like losing weight while you're in the closet, and then he was taking it literal, like you're in the closet, but at the same time talking about being in the closet, and it was something like the punchline was something like eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in the
Like
closet
50
to lose
like
weight
50
or something.
pounds, like 50 pounds of peanut butter
50
and jelly
pounds
sandwich.
peanut butter jelly sandwich closet or something is what he said. It was really weird how he said it. And just the way that it came out, it ended up turning the show to where people were like watching us laughing, and they started going with it too, like laughing.
They were
like,
laughing with him. Yeah, right. So
and
like
it ended up being
bald-
like a really good set, because then when he did get back to his own shit, like we were still laughing about the peanut butter and jelly sandwich thing, and people were just laughing more. So like, I think that's another important thing that.
So it's a great international community we had there. We had like a lot of people who were on this podcast. So Keith Razoul's from Pakistan. We got Pedro, Curtis from India, Pedro's from Portugal, and people from Germany,
Bara.
people from
Bars from Romania.
Bars from Romania. Like it's just like so you have a big melting pot, and like, but funny translates no matter what. If we're speaking the same language, it all translates. Dick jokes work everywhere. They're just so it's great.
I do have to say that I have had a couple people from the Middle East, and they think beating women jokes are really funny, and it's like, dude, it's not translating too well.
So you can go to, I can go to Dubai and have a bunch of like
I'm
pictures
not sure
of my
about
wife with black
Dubai.
eyes.
It's more like India and that, and it's like, oh yes, this is funny. It's like, no, dude, it's not even close.
Well, it's a country full of like gang rapists, right? I mean, I don't mean to malign all of India, but that was like a big thing there.
Yeah,
I'm not it's like gangster rap. It's like, yo, motherfucker, and they're actually like gangster rape. Like,
yeah.
Well,
Oh,
we talked about that too, Tom, where you can be misunderstood. You could be misunderstood. Like
Who,
if
me?
I told
Yeah.
a joke about if I told a joke about kicking my wife down the stairs, I think I tried to make a joke about that at Gratiot Pub too. I'm not laughing at the woman hurt women part. I'm laughing at it because the way my wife is. If you met her, you would
Conan.
know
Yeah,
there's no point where you would meet her and go, oh yeah, he's the one that's the dominant one in this relationship. You know what I mean? So like, or if you do it satirically, like you do it like, you're playing a role or whatever, that could be funny. But what you're saying is like some people interpret it that way, and that's what they're laughing at, is like, oh yeah, woman getting hurt. I love this.
I had a bit that didn't work, man. I had a bit about an abortion clinic next to a place that sold scrambled eggs with ketchup on it.
Oh.
And nobody got it, dude. Like, I was talking about falling down the steps and
yeah.
you always got to break a couple eggs to make an omelet. And,
I got that as soon as you said abortion clinic next to
well, that was the punchline, but
yeah.
right in their stomach. Boom.
Oh,
I think I'm making Aaron like progressively hate me.
I don't hate you, Tom. No, I don't hate you, Tom.
You don't
Unless
know
you're
me, man.
talking
It's
about
okay.
my mom, and then I'll talk.
I would never talk about your mom, bro.
Or talk about me. It's fine. That's fine. You can pick on me all you want. I mean, I'm pretty easy.
I don't know anything about you. I can just look at you, and the only thing I would do is make fun of like the way you look. But I don't know you that well. Next day, wait till the next time you're on here. I'll wrap it up.
Good, because I've heard every bald joke out there. So thanks. I really appreciate it.
You look like the dude from the Muppets. You look like the dude from the Muppets. Not the guy who meeps, but the guy with Professor Bunsen.
Oh, Professor Bunsen. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Hold on a second.
Love you. Oh, he's reaching for his soundboard.
No, not my soundboard. I'm just going to put these on. Then I'm Vin. Okay, Vin Diesel. There you go. All right.
More like Vin gasoline. More like Vin bio gasoline.
I'm like Van Gasoline. Van Gasoline.
Hey Vin, I heard you started your career. I heard you started your career in porno. Is that true?
Is that true?
It's about family.
You were ahead of the curve then with that stepsister shit, right?
That answer made no and complete sense at the same time.
I thought so, because I was sitting there going, well, I'm just going to use that same line. I'm like,
it's about family. I was like, man, this guy's deep. Well, wait a minute, he didn't say shit.
Yeah, that's pretty much it on that one. I'm pretty,
But that's the important thing about, not being offended and, comics trying things. Obviously you're not gonna hit the mark, and you just got to be able to forgive a person for trying. I mean, like,
some things just don't work. I mean, some things don't work, but the punching down, people don't find
bullshit.
much. It's bullshit punching down. If that's what you think is funny, is putting down people, no, put yourself down. It's more funny because everybody can look at you and go, "Oh yeah, that's what I see right there."
The whole concept of thinking that even the concept of punching down is complete bullshit. So you're telling me that someone is below me? Aren't we all people? So if you believe in punching down, then you're the one who has the issue. You're the one who's a racist or whatever, or sexist, or whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is.
It's not on me. It's on you.
Yeah, because then they go into other things. It's like, so this is what your moral character is? That explains so much.
Right. You don't know nothing about me, dude. Like, I'm a family man who owns a construction company or whatever the hell that you're doing. I want to call you Mike, Aaron. And
why'd you want to call him Mike?
I don't own no construction company.
Hey, you look like a Mike.
Well, you look like
I
a Mike.
look like a Mike? Oh,
you look like a man to get things done, huh?
I get things done. Look, I married into an Italian family, and her father-in-law.
Did you?
Yeah, he was in the concrete business. He passed away last year, but he was in the concrete business, so he was going to.
That's where all those jokes
into some concrete shoe business.
That's where those jokes from a half hour ago came from. I got you.
Yeah, pretty much.
We could put 6 bodies in your fucking porch.
Yeah, there you go. He was showing me how to kind of interlace them and everything. It was really kind of cool.
How to tie the lace.
You put them ass to mouth. If you lay them ass to mouth across the board.
I told you, Bear can bring everything back to the asshole. It's
Yeah,
like
no
his.
shit.
It's like his. It's like it's
Is
the
he
glue that
ass-
binds him to reality.
It's ass obsessed, is what it is.
He's an ass man.
He's been sitting on his ass all this time. He's like,
Did he put
man,
his
my ass is
to
numb.
mouth?
What the fuck should I do with it? I'll point it at the sun after this podcast is over and see if I can get ass cancer from it at the sun.
Sometimes you get
more
sometimes you
that
get
he
fun
was
with it.
weaving-
And sometimes you get fun with it. You put them like in a 69 position. You're like, hey, okay, pour the concrete.
I thought he was like weaving them together like people do with bacon. And Barrett just goes, no, ass to mouth.
Well, they used to say what
ATM concrete.
Right in the army. Right in the army, Tom. They used to say nut to butt, right?
Not the butt.
Nut to butt. When you're standing in line, you're getting ready to go. They're like nut to butt, nut to butt.
No,
so
they
you
didn't say that
get
to us.
steak. They never said that to you.
Mm-mm,
Maybe it
no.
was just me. Maybe they just liked me.
What military did you get into, Chris? I'm pretty sure.
Would you
I
join
was
like
the army?
Would you come in 2003? When did you get in?
I got in 2003.
I left in 2002. So.
Okay, so
Oh,
maybe.
so they changed it right that year.
Right,
after you
right.
left down there.
They made an exception for Barrett. They were like, don't ask, don't tell. Oh, this guy's fucking gay. Nut to butt. Nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's
was
gay,
fucked up.
gay people should go shoot brown people too. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
What? What? Hey, look at the statistics, people.
Okay, yeah, it's true.
Okay, thank you.
They when we got in there, they like had us empty out all our personal stuff so they could take a look at it.
Onto the drill sergeant's face.
Right. So you emptied all your stuff into a pile, and they went through and they were looking at it, and some dude brought condoms.
The biscuit.
What the
pile
fuck
was a
do you
biscuit.
need these for? He's like, what the fuck do you think you're gonna be doing here? It's like, we go raw style here.
Pull your pants down and give me 20.
The indications of that are mind-boggling.
Yeah, they found, but we did have women where I went to basic at, and they did catch like a dude and a chick in a fucking dumpster, fucking in a dumpster. Yeah,
that dumpster diving has taken a whole new level of.
You jump in the
Damn.
dumpster and they're like, "Oh, a woman that wants to have sex with me." Okay.
It usually
I thought I was
smells
gonna
like fish,
find-
but right now it usually smells like fish. But in the dumpster, it's more chocolate milk.
Shit. His dick tasted more like some kind of garbage, and then I realized I was sucking on a hot dog that was thrown away.
No, you're so stupid, dude. That's so funny.
Hey, I thought you guys would, like meeting you and seeing your stuff. I was like, you probably hit it off really good with Tom, and it looks like you guys hit off pretty good.
I think we're doing.
I think I'm a little too dark for him because he doesn't know me. I'm a little because every time I said gay people shooting brown people in the Middle East, he was like,
it's
the context. What was the context?
It's a fine line we walk here.
Yeah, dude, it's yeah.
Hey, for a free country, we've been in fights for so long. I don't know if we could ever just sit down and say, "Can we take a break here for a half?"
That would be nice. It would be nice. Could you
It'd
imagine that?
be really nice.
Could we quit invading countries that don't have anything to do with what happened?
Could we stop
Am I
sending
talking about something
billions of dollars to other countries and maybe fix the homeless and infrastructure in our country? What about that? We'd have no money for that. What about textbooks for kids? We'd have no money for that, but we can bomb the shit out of your country, can't we? Get the gay people. Let's go.
Shit. Yeah, there's a lot of money, like billions of dollars. Look, the power. Did you guys? I assume you played the Mega Millions. Well, except Tom, he's playing the Peso Lotto. Chris, did you play the Mega Millions at all, or no?
I actually, I was
playing-
always against playing it and everything. But
Wait a minute, I want to tell you what I'm
somehow-
playing. I'm playing Duck Diarrhea.
Oh, dear Lord. How many ducks does it take to have diarrhea? What the fuck?
Just one. Just one.
One, okay.
Dude, when I first got here, my whole body had, dude, I was shitting like a plasma sprinkler.
Oh God. Everything's bad there. I'm like,
No, it's not bad. It's just like it's spicy. It's different, and it's like the whole, all the minerals in the soil here are different. So yeah, I'm good now though. You guys come down here, you be shitting for a week, but I'll be like standing there like this and shit.
That's right.
Like Superman.
Extra man. Excrement man. He's got
Excrement
it down solid.
man. Shit guy.
He's got it down solid. Excrement man.
I got it down solid.
And his sidekick, Bondage Boy.
Bondage Boy. I'll play with my nipple rings. Hello.
That's gonna be my comic book. Excrement man. He's got it down solid. So great.
Oh shit.
Chris shows up with the nipple clamps around his nipples, and he's like, "Hello."
Bondage Boy.
Bondage Boy.
How do you work with excrement man? I heard sometimes he just shits randomly on people. I like it. I love it.
He's a great leader.
A great leader. How do you think I got this mask? Oh.
This isn't paint, buddy.
No shit.
This is the Dirty Sanchez.
When are they gonna cancel shit porn for doing brown face? That's what I want to know.
Oh, I don't know. I don't understand that whole thing either. I stay away from that shit. I'm sorry.
Should I look at this philosophically?
God damn. So, we're getting to that point. The world's over. All right, let's check out now.
Like, I just imagined like this really PC.
I'm gonna get my portal gun now and leave. All right, god damn.
Dude, you're 51, bro. What is that?
My portal gun, because one day I'm hoping it actually works.
Oh my god. Looks like an old Dustbuster.
Well, it's a Rick and Morty thing. So if you don't know them, you know.
I know Rick and Morty, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's my portal gun. I'm hoping it works one day. I'm hoping it works one day.
What would you do if that worked? Like, would you actually
I would
go
jump
through
right
the
through. I would
Seriously?
jump right through the portal and see what the fuck. Yeah, I'm like, well, this can't be that bad. Oh fuck, this is probably bad.
Fuck that.
You land in like PC universe where everything's even worse than it is right now.
Or you land in a universe where you have to like cut your head off and shove it up your asshole, but like your stomach's made of glass, so you can see everybody through your stomach, like Krang, like fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, don't jump in the portal. Don't jump in the portal, dude. Just wait a second. Let some other dummies go in first.
What was that? What did Little Nicky, that Adam Sandler movie? He had Hitler was in hell, right?
Oh God,
Hitler had to have something shoved up his ass every day. What was
Pineapple.
that? Oh, pineapple. That's right.
They were making a reference to swinger couples. Remember, now that they have the pineapple thing, where if you turn the pineapple upside down or something, that means you're a swinger couple or something.
Oh yeah.
Why the fuck leave fruit out of it? What's fruit got to do? Like, just what the fuck are you doing, man? People are so we were so bereft of imagination. The world has become a bunch of fucking zombies, bro. Like, like
we see the creative process in some people. You're like, well, that's why I don't go on TikTok much, because I'm like,
that's not a creative, right? Well, yeah,
no creative process.
No,
I
know you were being.
Sorry.
I know you were being. What's that word?
Facetious.
Yeah, that word, facetious. Speaking of fecal ceasish.
Have you seen some of these Netflix comedy specials from like some of these PC comedians? I tried to watch one,
or something
similar to that. I tried to watch one yesterday. It was called, the name of the special was called Jokes. Let me see if I could find that. Oh my fucking god!
Very clever.
Right, super clever jokes. And I tried to do like what some people do, these like these dares, like how long can you watch it before you either give up or laugh. And
I heard that the Brendan Schaub stuff is absolutely atrocious. Is that true?
I don't know. I don't watch a lot of that clean I mean, you can be clean, but if you're not funny and it's just sitting there, it's like, well.
Oh yeah, if you're like Brian Regan, he's clean, but he's fucking hilarious. Or
Oswald.
Or Nate Bargatze, fucking amazing. You know what I'm saying? These are killer clean guys, but like, I'm more of a Doug Stanhope, Richard Pryor,
Whitney Cummings. That's her name.
Whitney Cummings, Nikki Glazer. There you go. Hey, you don't like Nikki?
I don't really know him that well, but I haven't seen
that's a
anything.
girl.
Yeah, I know who
That's
Nikki
a woman.
Glazer is.
Oh, okay.
I like Roseanne Barr.
Oh, okay.
Even Phyllis Diller. Give me Joan Rivers. Joan Rivers is brutal. I like heavy hitters. I like people who, you know what I'm saying? It's just what I'm into.
Right.
George,
No,
George Carlin is my favorite comic of all time. George Carlin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Love
I
him.
took away.
Oh,
I took
all right.
away the hosting privilege, so I can't share. I don't know why the.
Oh, I'll
settings
give
are-
away. I'll give it back. Here you go.
Oh,
I'll give it back.
Thank you.
That turned on yeah, bondage boy there. Hold on.
no, that's him. That's
Yeah, I
him.
know.
I'm shit guy.
Well, it turned you on, shit guy. That's excrement man. Just
Excrement
for you,
man
right?
and bondage boy. Man.
What a
We gotta
hard
figure
name
out your
to say.
superhero.
Like,
Excrement man.
if you're in an
Yeah,
emergency,
and he
you gotta
spells
be
it out wrong. What if your suit just says it wrong? Excrete man? What's that mean?
I gotta be honest with you. If I had to spell that right now, it would. It's not gonna work out.
Little Billy goes, look up in the sky. It's excrete man. Oh,
I'm
fuck.
I'm so glad that I'm in Mexican cafe right now because no one understands what I'm saying. But there sometimes some tourists walk in, like German tourists or American tourists, and I'm in here talking about cunt, dick, shit. They're over there trying to eat a fucking croissant. Like,
Isn't that what I'm trying to break into the culture? And then like
yes.
shit, cock, balls, cock.
Fuck. The guy comes out, they come out the fucking front of the thing, and this other tourist walk by and goes, "Whew, don't go in there, buddy."
that guy there, he's talking some shit, man.
Excrement man is dropping bombs in there.
Apparently he's like some local superhero where he just throws his shit at people like some chimp at a zoo.
Yeah, I'm just fucking defecating on my thumbless mitt, just tossing it at people. Ugh.
Hey, so
He's a vigilante we did not want, but we got anyway.
hey, so you got some stuff that you want me to, I forgot. Normally I ask beforehand. I don't know why I didn't. For some.
Oh yeah,
links,
yeah. What are you
some
promoting?
stuff
What are you
wanna
promoting,
promote.
man?
Oh, let's see. Let me I can do other things without having the things. Oddly Funny Productions. I do a lot of online shows. So I produce some online shows every Monday, but most Mondays it's Fun Day Monday from Oddly Funny Productions. I do This Just in News. It's a comedy comedy showcase that I made out of my YouTube channel. And then on there's another one I do for Bay Area Arts Entertainment Cooperative. I do a show for them to raise money for their little charity kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have my comedian game show, Bombing Run. There you go, Bombing Run. And that basically, I've done it live. I actually had a investment back. Someone that invested on it. I went out to Gilbert, Arizona in May.
Wow.
And I actually did on stage. It was basically the game is this: 3 comedians do 5-minute sets and a comedian judge. Well, out there I had 2 comedian judges who were producers. They were in part of other, they had their own comedy clubs, or they helped with comedy clubs. They were judges out there. And like I had 8 comedians do the show.
Okay.
And 4 of them got booked right after that.
Oh,
it was pretty
no
awesome.
shit, dude.
Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
it's a proof of concept. It's real simple. I do it online still. But basically what I'm doing now is I do 2 sets of Bombing Run, and then I make people play Dogfight Edition. And then it's 2 comedians doing 3-minute sets. If you thought 5 was hard, 3 is even tougher. And yeah, we have fun, and that's the top dog. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm working with somebody to get it on a Roku channel. Had some kind of saying it was going to happen, and now I'm working with somebody else. So eventually all these episodes will be on the Roku channel. The stuff I did out in Gilbert, it's up on my YouTube channel, but it's on private right yet because I want to kind of release it on the Roku. But that was really awesome to do, because I don't just show up looking like this. I got a whole, I got the whole MacArthur look. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I got down to where I even have the pipe. But no, I'm General A.A. Ron. I'm the host. And then you guys seen it earlier, but let's see if I can get Freddie to play here. Of course, you probably can't hear him because I don't have the audio, but he goes, bam, he blows up. If you say the Bombing Run's a clean comedy show. So if you say the F or C word, automatically can't be Joker Ace. You can say all the other words you want, dick, ass, tits, whatever like that. But it's like,
Just
can you get through without saying a cuss word?
What if you put them back to back? If you put them back to back, like fucking cunt, do you like win? Like it's
No,
like, wow, I can't believe this guy's a genius. Like,
no, it just basically goes.
Damn! Like the whole universe collapses. Like,
yes, exactly. Thank you. You were exactly thinking what I was thinking. But yeah, that's That's what I've been
That
doing.
sounds amazing, dude. That sounds
Yeah.
amazing. So like you do this, it's live, it's all live, or do you do it on like
I've been doing it online. I'm still working. There's someone else, actually the same person who backed me out in Arizona is looking at something out in New Mexico. And I'm like, oh, okay. I would like to do it live here in Michigan eventually, but I don't host a mic. I usually go to the Gratiot Pub. I've been trying to get out other places, but it's like, I don't want to hand it to anyone because this is my baby. I mean,
you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful.
yeah, and it's like it was the idea that I had two friends who were comedians said it would never work, and then this year I went to and proved
Arizona,
it worked.
right?
Yeah, it proved it worked. Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, not just online it works, but it works just as live.
Yeah,
a
keep
live
it going.
event.
It sounds like it's not exactly the same idea, but it has a Kill Tony feel to it a little bit. If you know what Kill Tony is, they'll have like comics go do 1 minute and then like famous comics like smash them. It's not really the same, but it has like the way you're trying to jump off. And so it's like you're taking a format, maybe a little Star Search in there, a little bit of but it's something I would be interested in, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's fun even doing it online because look, everybody's like, I can't stand in front of a camera. I'm like, dude, what if you get that Netflix special? You tell me you can't talk to a camera? I mean, what the fuck?
It's
wrong
hard.
with you?
I've done open mics on Zoom and like during the pandemic, and it's the feedback. The feedback is so important.
That's a little different, and I'll tell you right now. I actually run a online mic on Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. Dark Side of the Zoom. I actually kind of took that over. It's a Facebook group. I didn't take it over. I was allowed to do the open mics, and so I still do them on Zoom. And like the other night, we usually do an hour. We got to an hour and a half because people kept showing up afterwards. Like, okay, so these people didn't show up, but these people showed up.
Okay.
And it was like an hour and a half later. It's always fun because I encourage people to have their microphones on. We're all comedians. Instead of like the Gratiot Pub where you hear dead utter silence when you sit in there. Yes. And Chris goes, yes.
That fucked me hard when I first performed. And the first time I performed there, I was nervous, obviously. Still, I didn't get my groove back yet, but like I did my solid.
Go
material.
ahead, you go, girl. You go, girl.
Go,
I did my solid material, and then the reaction that you can only get from Gratiot Pub is very minimal. Period.
Yeah.
So I did my solid material, and then it was like I was expecting the normal feeling what I got from doing it, and it was just kind of like. And that fucked me up for a little bit. But then after, when I realized what it is, I'm like, oh, that's how it is there.
Yeah. And basically you're just trying whatever out. You're trying to figure out something like I'm only 2.5 years in. So I'm trying different things. And it's like, if I do ranty stuff, I think I get better. I think I get a better reaction than when I'm just doing jokes.
I found that when I rant, dude, it's just the complete opposite. It's it's just like, shut up. You have nothing. Still, for me.
Right, but it's got to still be a joke format, but kind of me ranting.
Oh yeah, I'm trying. I'm fucking.
But
trying.
Gratiot Pub is like, I set up the camera and I'm like, okay, how bad did I, what am I doing different? What am I doing?
You record
wrong?
all your stuff. You record everything.
Yeah, I record everything.
Like
sometimes
visually.
I don't get
visually.
Yeah.
Okay, very important. I did the same thing, man.
Yeah, because sometimes I go watching back and forth, and I'm like, how much did I walk off stage? Seriously, or
for me it was more like you just see what it is that they're laughing at, and I realized they were laughing not at the really written down pieces, but it was me trying to figure out how to get to the next piece, and I was like, oh, I just need to be a little bit more like myself, and then you notice like if you're saying and your posture, like some people get like douche chills by looking at their own stuff. It was more like homework. So
yeah, well, that's what it's supposed to be. It's like, okay, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? What can I do better? It's
right.
Comedy's a process. It's not like one day it's like, oh, it's not like Mrs. Maisel shit where that's so unrealistic. And Miss Maisel, she just jumps on stage and it's funny right off the get go. No, you're gonna bomb.
And that's the best part.
Bomb and bomb and bomb. And
the best is when you're like 5 years in and you have like a friend group and you're like, and everyone knows that maybe you're doing well. Like, oh yeah, Tom or Aaron is a fucking good comic and normally does well. And then you get up there and you fucking eat a bag of dicks, right? And then like they come off stage and they make fun of you, which makes it's the best.
Right.
I love it. It's like nothing wrong with bombing.
No,
but the worst is when they expect something of you. Like you're getting paid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's when it's like, okay, this is for real now. Like when you're getting like, you know, $50-$100 to do like 20 minutes or whatever, then it's like, all right, I got to bring it. And so it makes you nervous. Like when you're doing open mics, like the beginning of it's always like, oh God, no one's going to like me. And then you start getting good and you're like, oh, this is working out. And then someone goes, okay, I want you to open up for this show, or I need you to showcase here. And then it gets real. And then it becomes even more fear. So get ready for that one, guys. If, well, I don't know how, well, I'm imagining in 2.5 years you're doing okay, but get ready for it, Barrett. When you get to that next one,
I did in Germany.
it's scary, bro.
I did in Germany. Remember, we had 30-minute shows and shit in Germany.
Oh yeah, the five comics, one mic.
Yeah, so I did shows in Germany. What are you saying?
Is that the one? Is that the one where you dressed up like a fat Sergeant Slaughter?
Fat Sergeant Slaughter. Oh dear Lord!
I'll tell you what happened. They gave me like 30 minutes, and or was it 20 minutes? I think it was 20.
20.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. So I didn't have enough the first time.
Yeah, like half the time, maybe.
Yeah, I didn't have enough material. So I like the day or two before the show, I was like, well, maybe I'll do like a performance type weird thing. And so I made that up like a few days before the show. I wore like all black, and I had music playing that I made myself, and
a beret.
I was telling a story. I was telling a story about like a dream that I had and shit like that. It was really weird, but it was like, I think it went over well because there was the music and like the performance aspect of it. So
it was fucking weird.
I got away with it.
It was weird.
Or I'd fill in the.
Is that the one where you did
the
Is that the one where you did the 911 call? Is that the same one?
Where
you go?
So.
There was like
no, that was different. That's
a different show.
That was a different one.
Right.
I hid behind the stage, and then
there was a backdrop. There was a chair and a backdrop of like a curtains, and he gets like behind the curtains and like puts the mic up close to his mouth and calls 911.
Oh God!
Well, I didn't really call 911. I didn't really call 911.
No, you called suicide. No, you called the suicide prevention hotline. That's what it was.
Oh,
I have 11 hard-boiled eggs up my ass right now. I don't know, but it was just a spur of the moment thing, you know. I was going with it. And that's what I wanted. That's what I started doing this for, is because I wanted to work on like more improvising things. And that's why a lot of the stuff is like seems random, because I want to like just throw shit out there. I know some people can't do it. You did a great job with it.
You're great. Absolutely,
Thanks.
bro.
But
Absolutely.
I think helps with the hosting of even my little shows I produce. It's like I'm good at riffing. I mean, give me something, I'm pretty good at riffing stuff. That's
and your timing is also impeccable too. Like, you know, like you have this way automatically. Me and Barrett have been 20 shows in. We fucking and I've known him for 8 years or so, something like that. And like we know when somebody who's been around the block. You know what I'm saying, Mike? Around the block. Bad baby, bad.
He called him Mike.
Called him Mike again. Damn it. Hey, Aaron, anything.
All of his friends are named Mike. That's what it is.
Well, that's Chris's problem.
Aaron.
I normally only hang out with guys named Mike.
Because he has a microphone in front of his face. If it was his ass in front of his face, everybody would be called asshole.
So I'll post. If you could send me those links, I'll post it with the video. And
okay.
I was happy that you said yes, and I'm glad you jumped on.
Man.
I appreciate it.
Is there anything you're promoting, Chris?
I'm promoting nothing right now. I mean, I'm just doing open mics, and I don't know if you notice, I pretty much do like almost new material every time I go, because I'm just like,
you can discuss so much to get out.
It's all the same people at Crash the Pub, so I'm like,
yes. Same
every
people.
Time I'm like, I'm never
So
gonna do it now.
You have to though.
Yeah, the colonoscopy joke I do right now is just it's dead at the Gratiot Pub. It's never ever coming back out there. It's just done. It's done.
Right. So
but you have to find ones. Like I love this great. I think Steve Harvey, whatever you want to think of him, but like you have to get ones, like jokes that are ones, like where you know this one always works, that one always works, and find those, dude, and then couch your new shit in between them. And then when you're couching, you'll force yourself to even like work on the ones.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And then when you have it and you go, okay, here's a set I got when I need to make some money. And every once in a while, pull up a joke. So that way you keep it fresh. But I wouldn't do too much. I understand that you just started again. And I guess what you and I used to do, like we basically got the scene going at the beginning. We used to get 15-minute sets, Aaron.
Yeah.
I got the name right. And so we would just throw like spaghetti and feces at the wall and see what sticks. So every time we got up there, we were trying to top one another, but it helped us become better writers. And I know that you're starting again, so you want to get like, I got all this 3-4 years of built up material I got to get out of me, but eventually you're going to get back to like actually honing it. So
well, what my plan is just to do new material, and then go back to that first old shit that I told, and then hopefully people forgot about it by now, you know, like that type of thing. But I'm also trying to get to some other mics. They have that one in at New Way Bar on Mondays, but I heard there's like 40 something fucking comedians there.
That's the problem with and I book my Mondays because it's like that's the open day I have, because Tuesdays and whatever. But I'm going to have to take a Monday off, but I need to be there way early because I can't be there till 2 a.m. the next morning. I have a real job.
Right.
Comedy, if I was dependent on comedy to feed me, I'd be outside with a sign going, comedian, feed 5 people here. Fuck me.
Are you guys thinking about opening your own mics?
Eventually, because I do, there's a place that does karaoke on the weekends around here. And I was been eyeing it, and I'm thinking, well, what are you doing Monday through Wednesday? Well, what are you doing Tuesday and Wednesday at least? You know, I'm thinking, yeah, they might.
Well, give me your slowest day. Give me your slowest day.
Yeah.
And you guys will get some drink sales or something going on.
That's all
exactly.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, because it's like Gratiot Pub, it's a good, it's 5 minutes away from my house. Literally, I'm that close to it. It's in my backyard. This other one's not quite in the backyard, but it's damn close. And I'm thinking, I don't do it on Tuesdays. Oh, I know they do what's the one out in Dearborn does it on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
But driving out to Dearborn to sit in a very hot bar is just not fun. So that bar, I went to it once and I'm like, it was the hottest day last month. And I was like, oh my God, everyone sits here and just waits to get their turn. It's 98 degrees here and it's like 90 degrees outside. What the hell?
Yeah. Well, you gotta let me know. Obviously, I'd fucking jump on it. And I'm sure there's a lot of comedians that are around here too that go to Gratiot that would definitely show up at yours if you get it. I was thinking with another comedian, maybe like just getting a semi-pro comedian to come and headline, and then I would just open up for them, and that'd be my way to get in a show, because I know the material I do usually doesn't like attract people to pull me like, hey, you should come and do a show with me. And the fact that I'm mostly doing like new material and it's not tried stuff. So when they see me, they're like, this guy doesn't have his shit together. He's talking about shit the whole time. So I don't know if I really want him on my show, because they're really looking for solid, like not even, it doesn't even have to be clean, solid, like, topical, like comedians to get the crowd going so that when they go on stage, the crowd's already happy.
Yeah. Built up, warmed up.
Who the fuck does topical material though? I mean, like, you'll talk about something one day and the next day is something else. I mean, like, it ain't like 1995 when everyone had 4 channels. And you were like, hey, this fucking Clinton guy, this fat fuck playing the sax, right? You're like, ha, ha, ha. But now it's like someone got shot in Uvalde and the next day there's a fucking oil crisis. Like, why would you do anything topical?
Well, that's the problem with doing topical. If you don't hit it in the next couple of days, you're over with. Like Elon Musk, pulled out of Twitter.
Right.
And then the next day, an executive he screwed has twins. And I'm like, I had a topical joke about it. Like, Elon Musk pulled out of Twitter, that $44 billion deal, because now he has to pay child support. And it's exactly $44 billion for twins. And I understand the kids' names are Tweet and Retweet. I mean, but that was like a couple weeks ago. It's over with. Now he screwed some other woman. And it's like,
I try to do, I don't know, man. Just I think it's more important. This is going to sound real hack, but just tell the truth, man. Just tell the truth. And that's uncomfortable. I even made you cringe a couple times, but you knew where I was coming from.
Yeah, I know.
So you were like, oh,
the dark stuff's fine.
It's
I'm
not
like,
dark.
Oh, it's dark, but it's like, it's true. It's unfortunate.
It's true. Right. And to stick with that, because to try to be topical, man, fuck that.
You can't be topical. You'd have to sit on Twitter all day long and just, look, I can't even stand that. I can't. It's like TikTok. I go on Twitter just to promote something and I jump off and I'm like, I'm done. I can't. And I keep getting notifications. I'm like, I don't follow these people. Get them off my feed. I don't want to read this. I don't care.
Yeah.
Right.
I like to live my life in complete harmony and isolation. Get away from my doomsday bunker, you fuckers.
You fuckers.
I actually wrote one. Stay tuned on Tuesday. I'm gonna try it. A joke about how they wanted to kidnap Governor Whitmer.
Oh yeah. And like 14 out of the 15 people were like CIA or something.
Yeah, so that's like as close to topical as I'm gonna probably get for a while. But I've been trying. Like I've been doing my best. Like when I'm writing. The problem is I start writing. I'm like, those fluffy Easter bunny like marshmallow things. Let's do a joke about that. There's no way that this could get bad. And then it ends with like
You're putting them in your ass.
Mouth fucking the Easter bunny. Like the actually you know what I mean? Like somehow it starts off like very innocent, and as I'm writing and I look at it at the end, I'm like, damn it, I did it again. Like, how did this happen? We're talking about kittens. How did this happen?
Fucking
kittens.
Groundhog Day, Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Bill Murray style.
God.
But yeah,
man.
again,
I'll
like
do
we're already over 2. I
Yeah.
really appreciate you being on. You know, I try to get
Appreciate
some people back on again later on because nobody wants to come on the show. But it'd be
Oh,
cool
I
if,
see.
Oh, you were excellent, man. Please come back again. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Please come
thanks.
back.
I appreciate being on.
Excellent.
Yeah, I do have to get running, but thank you, and I'll get you those links. Probably after a while, I'll get you all that stuff.
Yeah,
All right,
and don't forget to
awesome.
check out my channel, Tom Franklin Art. If you want to see some speed painting, a guy stoned, talking shit over his own stuff, making fun of his back muscles and etc.
Right, and,
yeah, that on the show for you.
And then if you look for, where's my comedy background? If you see This Justin News, that's the web that's on YouTube. Just look up This Justin News.
All right.
Besides being a comedy club, I did news satire with puppets. So go check all that out if you haven't been watching any of that. I got some shorts. I've been doing shorts with the little news briefings from my one puppet that looks like an eyewitness news reporter. Yeah, he's the all-seeing orb. He's a big giant eyeball, and he has arms. And yeah, he has arms. That's what he is, a big giant eyeball. Eyewitness news reporter, all-seeing orb.
Get it? Well, awesome. Man. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. So, Pokey Talk Time, episode 20. Thanks for stopping in.
420.
See
Thank
you
you,
next
guys.
time.
No problem.
Pokey Talk Time. Pokey Talk Time. Fucking slob.